Land of power, land of might, exceptional rage, endless fight, patriot bulldozer, leading the way, crushing all foes, making them pay. Flag in hand, fury in eyes, screams of pride, ignoring lies, iron grip, ruthless and cold, American dream, fierce and bold, bow before the storm, unstoppable wave, marching forward, no soul to save, bulldozers wrath, tearing apart, exceptionalism, fire in the heart, no retreat, no surrender, bulldozers force, a savage offender, red, white, blue, burning bright, in the chaos he finds delight, blazing trails of destruction left, in the name of the blessed, the theft, freedom's price, a crimson blade, bulldozer, savage again, legend made, bow before the storm, unstoppable wave, marching forward, no soul to save, bulldozers wrath, tearing apart, exceptionalism, fire in the heart. Blazing trails of destruction left, in the name of the blessed, the theft, freedom's price, a crimson blade, bulldozer, savage offend, legend made, bow before the storm, unstoppable wave, marching forward, no soul to save, bulldozers wrath, tearing apart, exceptionalism, fire in the heart.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Dozer Den. If you have not yet, smash the like button. Go ahead and give it a good smashing. Thump the like button, caress the like button, lean in real close to that like button, whisper sweet nothings in its ear, and then pound away because you got to do it, guys. Sometimes you might get excited about the like button. I understand, I do too. But if you have to hit it more than once, don't just hit it twice, okay? That cancels it out. You don't want to do that. You want to be a proud killdozer here in the Dozer Den, and you must hit it at least thrice if you have to hit it more than once. Because that shows your pride in being an amazing, extra special, extra shiny killdozer with well-oiled tracks. Oiled with what, you may ask? Well, we'll say lubricants. Why not? What is up, Sanglant? What is up, Teabagging Therapist? Good to see ya. Thanks for hitting it 3 times. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. If you guys could kindly share this stream out with your loved ones, your friends, your family, your ex-girlfriends, boyfriends, Z's or Zem friends, I'm not judging. Just keep it consensual between adults and preferably behind closed doors, and we will not have a problem. Okay? Okay. Repost this stream here on Rumble. When you do that, everybody that follows your channel, your profile, will be able to see your repost, and it goes in a repost tab on Rumble. The idea is that we will be able to expand the reach of the Dozer Den and welcome more Killdozers into the Killdozer army. Currently metaphorical, probably going to stay that way, just saying. You can repost and red pill on pill.net. You can repost on the X machine at bulldozer74___. You could share it out on YouTube, which we are on YouTube tonight. I don't know if you could share it on repost on the dozerden.locals.com, but you can like and you can follow the dozerden.locals.com for free. You can share it out on BitChute as well. That's all the places that we're streaming tonight. If you want to follow the dozerden.locals.com, it's free to do so. But if you want to participate in the live chat, one of the most free speech live chats on the interwebs, you do have to pay a measly $5 a month. But when you do, you're able to post in the live chat. You get to post in the comments, and you get to share things that you find interesting in that community. And you get all the benefits of a Rumble subscription, which are your name lit up in the most beautiful shade of MAGA red. That's right, you'll catch a Rumble rash. It oozes patriotism. The only treatment is more America. That's right. Some would say they don't want a rash. This rash, it's one of the best rashes I've ever seen. I like it. It's a good rash. Spread it around. And you get access to a plethora of wondrous, stupendous, fantabulous emotes. And you don't have to worry about ads on this channel. And you don't have to worry about being locked out of the premium content that I do as part of the Rumble Creator Program. Each month, we have to do 5 hours of premium content. Done for this month, but next month there will be some. And I do plan on getting Starlink, guys. So there will be a Starlink Mini. I did finally actually do a little bit of research into that, and apparently you do have to have a battery bank or some type of power source. It doesn't have its own battery, so I've got battery banks. I think I can make that work. That way we can actually have some decent signal out in the middle of nowhere, and maybe when I go to Otter Slough, I can take you guys to some of my nice spots where I actually do catch fish, okay? What's up, Laura Blades? Bright Gaming, honk honk from Canada, he says. Oh, you poor, poor frostback. Stop spreading rashes. It's unless it's on her knees. Oh my. Oh my, 17 George 1776. Excuse me, 17 George 76. Words are hard. What's up, Selva Sojourn? Good to see you. Oh God, no. That reminds me of a skit. I don't know if we played this on the show, but I did see it the other day, where it's like an interview with a doctor who had delivered like 200 or 300 girls in a row. I think it was a Saturday Night Live skit or something, and he had they're like, wow, it's just crazy that the odds. What are the odds that you deliver 200 or 300 girls in a row? And it's like astronomical. And he's like, well, problem is sometimes a beautiful little girl is born with an anomaly, and we have to take care of it. We have to remove it. It turns out he was just mutilating little boys, and the whole skit is just just indicative of where we were going, I guess. Art in does art imitate life, or does life imitate art? I think it might be life imitating art at this point. I don't know. Herpiness, herpy. I don't. Vagina is an outie. No. Oh, this is one of the mugs that I got, Lady Dozer. But I'm sipping some Rooibos tea from BiltongUSA.com, guys. That's right, BiltongUSA.com. It's not just about the meat, although that is the pull for sure. There's tea. There's snacks, imported goods, sodas, all kinds of cool stuff. And of course, the Rooibos tea. This is the honey, lemon, and echinacea, I believe, in here. Put a little splash of milk, a little bit of sugar in there. Not a lot of sugar. Can't do a lot of sugar. It's not good for me. I say that after eating freaking, Domino's pizza with the brookies. But my throat's been bugging me a little bit, and this does an amazing job. Soothes the throat, helps the voice, so my voice is going to hopefully be clear for a good long while for the stream tonight, because we do have quite a few topics. We have 4 topics on deck tonight, guys. It's been a busy, busy few days. My goodness. Too much news. Too much. But it's a good thing, kind of. It is. It's not media for, yeah. How often was 9/11 and the Twin Towers media before? Yep. It was predictive programming, just a little bit of predictive programming, teabagging therapist. Mm-hmm. Yeah, literally right there. I said it before you typed it, or before I saw it, anyways. Good Lord, I gotta even up my beard. What did I do? You guys know exactly what it is. You guys, you know, that's the cool thing about the Dozer Den. You killdozers are freaking smart. You know what's up. I respect that about you guys. That's why I'm not gonna lie to you, and that's why I'm not gonna fluff your egos. I'm going to challenge. Sometimes we're going to disagree, and that's healthy. Cognitive dissonance is a good thing. What is cognitive dissonance, you may be wondering? Well, it's that icky feeling you get. That icky feeling you get when your worldview has been challenged, and you might have to take things back to the drawing board and do a little bit of rethinking and maybe adjust your worldview even just a little bit. Guys, as iron sharpens iron, man sharpens man. That is Proverbs 27:17, one of my favorite verses because I try to live by it. Okay? That's good tea, guys. Good tea. Should have brought the box up here to show you. Very nice. Very, very nice. Mhm. But yes, we do have some topics tonight. We are going to be talking a little bit about the Clinton deposition. If you guys liked that thumbnail, let me see if I still got it pulled up here. Yes, here we go. Um, yes, I trimmed my beard on Seesaw. I don't know what the hell happened. This one's like really faded in. I also mess with this side. It like goes in like this underneath. So yeah, I need to even it up a little bit. Need to even it up. Maybe eventually we'll just shave it bald and start over. I don't know. Yeah, iron sharpens iron, friend sharpens friend. Exactly. Salty old fart has something similar to that in his profile picture on pill.net. Um, but if you guys like the thumbnail, Grok Imagine, guys, Grok Imagine does the best. Hillary Clinton, after her deposition, just hanging out with her buddies, hanging out with her buddy, drinking some grape soda, just sipping on grape soda, guys. Don't look into it. Don't read into that at all. Just innocent, delicious, fizzy, purple grape drink. Okay? That's all it is. Don't look into it. Don't ask questions. Don't you dare. Apparently, she was asked about UFOs today. Interesting. I would like to hear. It was like 7 hours, so I'm not going to listen to the whole thing. Give me the cliff notes. You know, the thing is, people say that I never really used cliff notes in college or in high school. I just didn't. I read the thing. I think there was one time where I kind of looked at it and I was like, it didn't actually do very good. So, what's up, two Wild Irish Rose over there on pill.net? Thank you for the red pill and the repost. Appreciate you. Uh, was it her who carried hot sauce on some? Yes, yes. Hillary Clinton is the one that said when she was asked what she always leaves home or always has in her purse or something like that, and she just instantly went hot sauce because she was talking to black folks. No, it was Hillary. It was Killary, guys. Killary did it. She did it. It was bad. Oh, you know it. You know it, Harry Toe. This is one of the coffee cups that I got for Lady Dozer for Valentine's Day. It's actually a good mug. I have a Louder with Crowder mug club mug, but it broke. Excuse me, it broke, shattered into 1,000 pieces. Okay, probably like 5 or 6, but it had already been glued back together by Lady Dozer. She's very crafty. She does nice things, sews things, glues things, crochets things. She has been a crocheting fiend for the past couple weeks. She crocheted like 70 plus crosses for the visitation and the funeral, and she was just dishing them out and had a little baggie walking around handing them out to people. That was her way of coping. And I got her a bottle of her favorite wine last night and some chocolates, and we just hung out, watched How to Train Your Dragon, because that's what she wanted to do. So that's what we did. And I think it helped. I hope it did. Every time you see those characters, you think of that Flash gets. What's Flash gets? I don't know what that is. I'm confused. The character is Bluey? The Blue characters? What is this? His name Banjo, and then there's Bingo. I think his name is Banjo, isn't it? The dad, and then the mom, Chili. Yeah, the mom's name is Chili, I think. Bluey is actually a wholesome show. One of the best things on Disney. So, mm. Yep. But we're going to talk about the deposition. We've got and you know it's crazy because Hillary said she wanted it to be a live, a public deposition, and I will say Lauren Boebert apparently leaked an image to Benny Johnson, and Johnson posted it apparently, which isn't cool, I guess. If there's rules that they've set forth, you shouldn't do it. But also, why is she mad? Why is she mad, y'all? Why? If they wanted it public anyways, why do they care that a picture was posted? She talks about it a little bit in her little 4-minute talk to the press afterwards. They delayed things because the image was leaked, and it's like, what? Why does it matter? Were you afraid that her lizard tongue was going to be showing? Is that what it was? I don't know. Lord Blades, I've seen every Blue episode about 20 times each. My grandkids love it. It's a great show. It's wholesome. It's educational to an extent. It covers some really heavy topics and like does it in a way that kids can kind of understand. Some of the things the kids aren't going to pick up on, which is a good thing. But if you're watching it as an adult, you absolutely pick up on what the hell they're putting down, and it's like, oh my god, did a kids show just go there? Sure did. You think she leaked them? Well, yes, she did. She absolutely. She told Benny that it was okay to post them. So yeah, Benny Johnson. It's like, why would you? I don't know. I don't watch Benny Johnson. Not my kind of stuff. Just like I don't watch Dan Bongino. Not my flavor. Not what I want to watch. Not mad at you if you do. But I do say that Benny Johnson probably shouldn't have done that. It probably doesn't help. I agree with the inconsistencies of, oh, you wanted it public, but then somebody posted a picture and now your butt hurt. It's weird. It's weird. But yeah, I don't know. By the way, guys, did you know that you can support this channel through Rumble Rants, through gifted subs? That's right, you can shower the chat with your love, or spray the chat with your love. Whatever verb you want to use, I'm not going to judge you, okay? We talk about stuff and things here in the Dozer Den. Stuff and things. Enunciation. Important. Very. Can't believe I never saw this. What have I never seen? The Flash gets. House of 1,000 Furries? What is this? What is this? Am I going to get a copyright? God, 4.99 million subscribers. Yeah, if I play this on YouTube, probably going to get copyrighted. I don't care. YouTube, shush. Shush. What's up, Hamburglar Helper? Good to see you. You can't hear shit. Everybody else, can you guys hear stuff? Do I need to get closer? Lean into the microphone. Have a good time with the microphone. Make all the sounds. It's an ASMR stream. That's what we're doing tonight here in the Dozer Den. Thanks for being here. What did I give up for Lent? Snack cakes. I gave up snack cakes for Lent, and I'm doing a good job. I haven't had one. Have not had one. What the fuck? I just exited Rumble and came back in. Fine. I don't know. Let's check this out. The Flash gets. Because the Bluey characters, apparently. Benny comes across like Pool Page Hills, only he does get some right. I'm not saying he gets things, he's wrong necessarily. 17 George 76. It's just his style is kind of like, eh. What do we have here? What's up, Beasley? With the red pill and a repost over there on pill.net. You gave up toilet paper. Well, hey, bidets are a thing. Wet wipes, I suppose. The flushables. What's up, Interbeto Bad? Good to see you. What did she leak? She leaked all over Benny. No, she leaked a photo of Clinton just chilling at the deposition, and that was enough. I accidentally clicked the spacebar. This is Flash Kits, apparently. Taken down by a very salty company in Australia. Apparently, Bluey characters on my mug inspired... excuse me. Inspired this link from Teabag and Therapist. House of 1,000 Furries. Let's check it out for a sec. What's up, Thanos Jerry? I'm liking the vibe so far. This is Warhammer?
What is your will, my lords? There is a growing furry infestation on the planet Oceana. The death world.
Is this a bad time to talk about my Bucky the Beaver One Piece that I got from Bucky's? Is this a bad time? Huh, Teabag and Therapist? I'll show it off. Maybe we'll make it a goal. If we get to $150 worth of donations, I'll put on I'll put on the Bucky the Beaver costume.
This seems like a fitting task for your penance. I will cleanse them from existence. Brother Asron, be careful. This strain seems particularly foreign
Oh God. This is so bad.
Brother Aswan! Ready!
This episode is called Know Thine Enemy.
I can see why the company was a little bit salty. I can see.
But I don't want to eat my vegetables.
Bill Beaver
They look
74.
gross.
What if I told you they're magic vegetables that can make people do whatever you like?
No, they can't.
Freeze! Eat your vegetables.
Hey, that's actually pretty good.
See? That's why we never judge a book by its cover.
Freeze!
The broccoli? What is this? Why is this a thing?
That's my waifu!
Oh no. Oh. Oh no! What the fuck? They're everywhere. They're everywhere. They're in the walls. This is so dark. Oh God.
Grab the mystical broccoli! With that, we can make the Reddy family do anything.
What? No. Get him.
I'm always trapped with struggle snuggle!
Oh my.
What's going on?
Let's make Reddy and Dingo some siblings!
I'll help you, mate.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Eat your vegetables. Pop.
What the Oh,
Pop, 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 pop. Gang pop.
What is this? Why is this a thing? I love it.
It's
I hate
okay.
it. I
It's
love it at the
okay.
same
Daddy's
time.
got you. Daddy's got you.
No furries detected. Thank God.
Rubber. No, it's okay. This fella obviously made a mistake. He was clearly looking for these,
What?
big teddies who explode strawberry jam and put a stop to their
I know him,
Vaseline
Murderer.
and tissue smuggling operation.
Oh no.
Do you know what, girls? I'd say you learned a valuable lesson too.
He did?
Yeah, it's just like when you wouldn't eat your veggies ready. This bloke came in here and tried to kill us based solely on how we looked, before getting to know who we were on the inside. But I think he's learned now to, and say it with me, girls, to never judge a book by its cover.
It is true. To my shame, I acted rashly. Had I properly researched your true
Warhammer
nature,
phase. What's up,
I
Chops?
realized you're not furries, but in fact, all sentient cat mutants in clear possession of latent psychic abilities. Thank you for the lesson.
Whoa! What?
Want to watch something that has absolutely nothing to do with Warhammer?
Why did he end them? Why did it have to end like that? Gosh darn it. So my mug inspired that. My mug inspired Teabagging Therapist, okay? It wasn't my fault. Sipping rooibos tea from BuiltOnUSA.com. Use promo code DOZER for 10% off of your delicious, delicious tea. It'll make your voice sound silky, silky smooth, even if you have a bit of post-nasal drip. But I was hasty in my consumption, and now it will fade out in about 30 minutes. Yes. That was actually hilarious. Thank you for sharing that, Teabag and Therapist. Second story of the evening that we're going to discuss, guys. Missouri had a trucker trouble issue. Turns out it is a trucker from Minnesota, and it's a towelhead. Fuck it. Yeah, of course. Who would have guessed, guys? The trucker that was driving down Highway 61 the opposite direction instead of going, he was going south on the northbound. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm tired of all these freaking, Ahmed Muhammad Jihad, fucking truckers. Why are they getting CDLs? Guy couldn't even read road signs. And apparently it was him and his brother or something like that. Two brothers had this trucking company out of an apartment somewhere in Minnesota. More Somali fraud. I hate everything, but it's okay. Yeah, no, I think this was it might have been a Somali, I think. I'm not 100% sure. We had a story on it, though. And all the links to the articles that we're going to discuss tonight are in the description, as is the Discord link. If you want to join the Discord, completely free to do so. It's a cool little place to hang out. And you get my updates there and on the X Machine and on locals, too. So, SAR, my degree is a real SAR. Do not redeem the traffic signs, apparently. It's a problem. Third topic of the evening, Colombian mud volcano. And no, that's not a sex act, you degenerates. I don't think it is. I haven't Urban Dictionaried it. But Colombian mud volcano, guys. It's a thing, apparently. It was a big boom. It's pretty cool to watch. We got videos. And we have an article about it. So let's do a little bit of information, entertainment, infotainment. That's the name of the game here in the Dozer Den sometimes, guys. Last topic of the evening, UFOs, aliens, or demons. It's a big discussion right now on the interwebs, on the X Machine, and apparently the Pentagon is perturbed with some of the production issues concerning UFO disclosure. Did you like that alliteration? Did you? That was off the top of my head, guys. That's what we do here in the Dozer Den. Alliteration is always appreciated. Yes. But yeah, there's a big discussion. I think it could be just maybe a combination. Some might be this, some might be that. But apparently the Pentagon is, there are rumblings that there are those in the Pentagon that do not want this UFO disclosure because there may be some interdimensional aspects, some demonic aspects, some spiritual aspects, and they think that it could make society crumble. I don't know, maybe. It's all the above. Could be. No, we're going to get into it. It's the last topic. We actually have a couple of little clips that we're going to be playing throughout that I have saved for you amazing killdozers here in the Dozer Den. Everything was mud? Yes. Oh, you had a dream you were in India and Pakistan. Sounds like a shitty dream. Sorry, Hamburglar. Everything was mud? That wasn't mud. Hamburglar. That was poo. It's cow poo. And the streets were covered. He said mud. It's like when you look at the pig pins. The pig rolling around in mud. It's not mud, guys. If it's a pin, it's not. But those are the topics that we have lined up for this evening. Excuse me. I do have a little bit of a cold. The rooibos tea from Built on USA did help. But my voice may waver periodically, so do bear with me. Oh, did you guys know that if you don't want to use Rumble rants or gifted subs, you can donate monetarily directly to the Dozer Den household with these two QR codes. There's Cash App, there's Venmo, whichever one you want. Just go ahead and click one. Screenshot it. If you want to. You don't have to. I do appreciate those that are able to donate on a regular basis, and those who subscribe here on Rumble, on Pilled.net, on the DozerDen.locals.com. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you so much for the continued support. Chop says, I think the Pentagon and the CIA want to keep the disclosure stuff undisclosed is because there's a lot of money to be made by keeping it secret. Very possible. Very, very possible. Indeed. What's up, Sertorius01? Good to see ya. Guys, if you haven't yet smashed the like button, go ahead and do so. I see 7 people have liked the stream. Only 7. And there are 16 people watching here on Rumble. Okay? Get after it. Get after it. Was it the naked grease man? Is that what you were picking up from that Family Guy thing? Maybe. I could talk about my popsicles down in the basement. Young boys like you love popsicles. Mm. Mm. All right. Enough of the being weird. God, what's wrong with you guys? Concerned. So concerned. We have a few things that I want to look at first. Just to dip our toes in. A little bit of happy. Besides that horrifying thing from Flash Gets. But also kind of fun. Just here's something wholesome. Here's something wholesome, guys. To start you off. You spelled pentagram on purpose, but also caught the double entendre. Oh, I got it. I got you. See, look at that. Harry Toe, always forgetting to like. Always forgetting to like. Needs a little gentle nudge. Okay? Gentle nudge. He's that guy. Okay? Okay. Here's a wholesome thing after our Herbert the Pervert impression from Family Guy. Kids. Group of 4th graders went to every high school basketball game to cheer their team on. So the high schoolers showed up to the kids game to return the favor. Wholesomeness, guys. Wholesomeness. It's like going mullet. After the game, the high schoolers and the coach said they were going to come to their game. We thought it was cool, but tried to prepare our son and his best friends that they probably wouldn't come because they're busy, you know? And well, they're high schoolers. Husband and I thought it was a long shot, but guess what? The kids are playing their game, and they're the high schoolers. Hell yeah. That's cool. Good for those kids. That's some wholesome stuff. And cool on those high schoolers for that. Very nice. Good Lord, Silva. Swiss cheese is wholesome. Yeah, Swiss cheese is wholesome. It's got some holes in it, Sertorius. Gosh dang it. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm a fan. Okay. We might have another one here to show you. Ooh, actually, this one's just pretty. I'm a fan of sunsets, guys. A fan of sunsets. I may rage out from time to time, but I do take time to appreciate the little things like this golden sky. Oh, we have Enya. YouTube's not going to be pleased. It looks like fire in the sky. Interesting movie, by the way. Lady Dozer wasn't a fan. She didn't keep her attention. It's like, fine. Florida or California? Probably somewhere south. There you go. Look at that. Sunsets and Long Beach walks. Sure. I'm actually going to the beach, going to Myrtle Beach this summer. Haven't been on a vacation, like an actual vacation, in a while, so that's going to be interesting. Trying to save a little bit of money from some stuff to go do that, but saw a sky like that in Florida when I was like 4 or 5. I will say the further west you go, the cooler the sunsets seem to be. But it's from dust from Africa. Oh, well, more things from Africa we didn't want. Anyways. Oh, one more thing, guys. Looks like they're if you want to be the very best, like no one ever was, you might have a chance to go get you a Pokemon. Look at this. Is this real?
God, about time. My journey begins. Oh, man. About to catch me a Charmander. Let's go. Hey, I'll be back. Baby. What? Somebody got a video of a lizard blowing fire. That's a fucking Charmander. I'm finna go catch it. Come on, Zoe. Let's go. Come on, Zoe. Come on. No, Zoe. We finna go battle.
Nah. I don't know. You guys think that's real? Maybe. I'll watch you get. Yeah, a little puff of fire. It's probably AI. But you know what? It's kind of cool. Be a little bit entertained. Doesn't hurt, guys. Excuse me. So, the first topic of the evening. Hillary Clinton was deposed. About time. Finally happened. Is anything going to come from it? Probably not. But hey, it was cool. Harry Toe says, it's real in my world. That's right. Oh yeah, that the dust from Africa. Yeah, I've that's a phenomenon that does occur, and you can actually see some of the effects from it in Missouri, if it's enough dust from the Sahara. That is pretty interesting. Definitely worth looking into. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and get into the first topic of the evening. Let's see. Democrats fume. They fume, guys. Like gaseous expulsions? Is that the fumes we're talking about? Fumes from the bullcrap? Spewing from their mouths? I don't know. But we have an article from The Hill. They fume after Boebert leaks deposition photo of Hillary Clinton. Clown show, quote unquote. Let's listen.
Operating with the deposition and the committee and is answering questions in full faith and in good faith. What is not acceptable is oversight Republicans breaking their own committee rules that they established with the secretary and her team, which you've all reported and you've seen by releasing.
What's up, Ben Band on
Not acceptable, and it was gracious of the secretary and her team to continue the deposition.
Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and a list of many rich and powerful people from around the United States and around the world abused and raped more than 1,000 people who were children, many of whom were children at the time. And today we are sitting through an incredibly unserious clown show of a deposition where members of Congress and the Republican Party are more concerned about getting their photo off of Secretary Clinton than actually getting to the truth and
it didn't help. I'll say this. Benny and Lauren Boebert, you didn't fucking help with that. There is a double standard that needs to be pointed out, yes, but Benny and Lauren Boebert, you didn't fucking help. Should have waited till afterwards.
As a former prosecutor, I've been involved in leading investigations in serious offenses, and this ain't it. What we're seeing is political theater. What we're seeing is folks that are looking for headlines.
What area he's from? Wesley Bell,
as opposed
Missouri?
to doing the
Probably
business of going about getting justice for the victims in this case, and survivors in this case, I should say, as well. What we're seeing today is we have not learned one new thing. Obviously, everybody was very taken aback by the committee.
Well, you're not. You're not going to, because it's Hillary, and she already released her statement. She was going to stick to that. She's probably going to read from that ad nauseum throughout the deposition. That's what I would guess.
Rules being
say what you want about the Clintons, they're smart.
Essentially not enforced and certainly just broken immediately. That is not acceptable, especially when the secretary said from day one that she wanted the press.
You gave them ammunition. But then this here, though, they're mad about it. But then he's talking about, she's going to say from day one she wanted it public. So there's a bit of disconnect there. And you're going to have to spare me your righteous indignation.
In the room. When the incident happened, I think this is something that can be reported. The secretary's team continued to demand, even after the incident, to let the press into the room, because what was important for her is that her answers to the questions not be edited, that the video not be edited. And so we understand that, and we're committed to getting this video transcript out immediately.
Oh, that's nice. Lovely. Yeah, I don't like that Benny posted that. I think it muddied things up, and it wasn't wise because you gave them a talking point. Good job, Benny. Good job. Get some more clickbait. Democrats on the House Oversight Committee, House Oversight and Government Reform Committee, tore into Republicans on the panel after Rep. Lauren Boebert, Republican from Colorado, leaked a photo from inside former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's deposition on Thursday. Clinton is testifying as part of the panel's probe into the convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Ranking member Robert Garcia, Democrat from California, said Clinton, who said she did not recall ever meeting Epstein, fucking bullshit, was completely cooperating with the deposition and the committee and answering questions in full faith and in good faith. Yeah, I don't think faith and Clinton need to go together, unless it's the faith in the Dark Lord that they have. What is not acceptable is the oversight. Okay, you already said that. Sitting through on Serious Clown Show, the panel's deposition of Clinton was paused after conservative influencer Benny Johnson posted a photo of Clinton in the deposition on social media, which he said came from Boebert. A Clinton advisor told the press that the hearing was paused because the photo, which he said was a violation of the rules, read at the start of the deposition. Johnson balked at the photo, leading to a pause in the deposition, noting that the Clintons had asked to testify in a public setting and that the full deposition would later be released to the public. House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer, a Republican from Kentucky, said there will be video of the deposition that both sides will have an opportunity to review. Asked about the photo when returning to the deposition after a break, Boebert made a reference to the FBI's investigation into a private email server Clinton used while Secretary of State, which dominated the final stretch of her 2016 presidential campaign. She should be in prison for that, by the way. But nothing ever happens to the ones that need it. Nothing ever happens. Harry Till, I don't mind Benny Johnson, but every one of his videos is 2 minutes of a subject and 8 minutes of him laughing about ex-posts. Yeah. I think he's got a role. I don't think he's like a complete negative, but I don't like what he did in this instance because he gave them ammunition. Don't give the left ammunition. Do your thing. Do it wisely. I don't think it was wise to do this. I don't think it was a good play. That's just me. I'm a nobody though, so he's got millions of followers, so I guess he knows better. Yeah. Didn't the Biden administration have the files? Why aren't they being accused of protecting pedos? Double standards. Yes, I do agree. It is a complete double standard. So I just returned to my hotel room and installed the BleachBit software. So I guess in regards to taking photos, I don't recall. Boebert quipped. She did that when she was pushing her kid. That was funny. Garcia said that everybody was very taken aback by the committee rules being essentially not enforced and certainly just broken immediately. He said that after the photo was leaked, Clinton's team continued to ask for the press to be in the room because it's important to her that any release of her deposition not be edited. What we're seeing is political theater, blah, blah, blah. He already said that. That looked like a DEI hire there. That's just my opinion. Hey, there's a lot of lawyers, a lot of people that get into the legal profession that are fucking idiots. And it happens to be because, they're, Benny also started as a left shield. Benny was on the left? Really? I didn't know that. I mean, I knew that Candace, she used to be on the left. Used to be. Social autopsy, guys. Look into that. That's a fun one. Bill, I'm not a nobody. I have the best audience. I do have the best audience on the internet. You killdozers make it happen. You guys are impressive as hell. All right. So I do have a post from Hillary herself, the demon incarnate, talking about things and stuff and things. Let me find it. I gotta scroll. Remember when Bill was caught and doomed back in the 90s to testify? I thought you were talking about me. I'm like, me in the 90s? I was like in my single digits. I didn't do anything. I punched a hole in a wall once and I lied about it and my older brother got in trouble. I didn't let my mom know about that until years later. She was mad at me when I told her. It was like 15 years later. She's like, I was so mad at your older brother. Like, yeah, I remember. I felt bad about it, but I couldn't say anything at that point because it was done. Yeah. Candace is still on the left. Yeah, I agree. But, hey, if you want to watch her, don't care. You go for it. I think she's mostly mean girl drama at this point, but clearly with the back and forth with Erica. And there might be some things to be concerned about, sure. But, do a little bit better, maybe, in your approach. Just my opinion. But yeah, I would like to say that I think that something is going to come from this, but they are going to they come out and they say that, you know, this is what they say about it. So after the deposition, they had Garcia said a couple more things, I guess, after whining about um, the picture being released, and they just parrot.
Secretary Clinton never met Jeffrey Epstein. She never visited the island. She never flew on his plane. She also had no knowledge of Jeffrey Epstein's horrific crime. So zero knowledge of any wrongdoing. And you've also all heard that directly from her.
Yeah,
Secretary
so just
Clinton,
believe what she said because she said it. Just like she didn't have any accountability for having the private email server with government business on it. Don't want to talk about that, do we? Nah, not gonna talk about that. Here is the demon herself. The demon herself. Hi, Mom. I punched a hole in your wall 1,000 years ago. Want to go for coffee? Something like that. My older brother's like 12 years older than me, my oldest brother. And so he was like teenager, right? And like what? Do you think the little 7-year-old punched a hole in the wall? It was a trailer. It was cheap as shit. I didn't mean to punch a hole in the wall. It just happened. I just thought it was, I didn't think my hand would go through it, but it did. I felt bad. Let's listen to Hillary.
Good evening. Well, I have just finished testifying. I answered every one of their questions as fully as I could, based on what I knew. And
almost everything she says is just a lie.
And what I knew is what I said in my statement.
Okay.
This morning.
Told you. Exactly. She was going to stick to her statement.
I never met Jeffrey Epstein, never had any connection or communication with him. I
will say, be careful. There are some AI photos of like her and Bill Gates and Stephen Hawking and Jay-Z and Bill Clinton and Jeffrey Epstein, like all in one picture. That's a fake picture. There are other pictures of her being as a young woman, though, with Bill and Epstein and Ghislaine. So those do exist, but there were some that were definitely AI.
Ghislaine Maxwell, casually as an acquaintance, but whatever they asked me, I did my very best to respond. It was disappointing that they refused to hold a public hearing, so I wouldn't have to be out here characterizing it for you. You could have seen it for yourself. We had asked for that. We think it would have been better for the committee and its efforts to gather whatever information they are seeking. We had a bit of a challenge in the.
Is it not insane to anybody else that literally she's just talking about how she wanted to be public, and then now she's about to go into there was a leak of a photo, and that was a big problem apparently, but we wanted it public, but there was a leak of the photo and we had to stop because we're mad about it. I'm so annoyed with this crap, this doublespeak, this back and forth, these contradictory statements, and it's meant to cause confusion. Where confusion is present, God is not. God is not the author of confusion. Remember that. God is not the author of confusion. Satan is. Okay.
Beginning, because we had agreed upon rules based on the fact it was going to be a closed hearing at their demand, and one of the members violated that rule, which was very upsetting because it suggested that they might violate other of our agreements. So we had to cease the hearing for a period of time until we could get assurances that no rules would be broken going forward. And we returned to answer questions repetitively, literally over and over again. I don't know how many times I had to say I did not know Jeffrey Epstein. I never went to his island. I never went to his homes. I never went to his offices. So it's on the record numerous times.
You are correct, Elva.
It then got, at the end, quite unusual because I started being asked about UFOs and a series of questions about Pizzagate, one of the most vile, bogus conspiracy theories that was...
I mean, the only bogus part of it that I guess that you may be able to claim is that it wasn't actually there at that place, that it wasn't in that place. Although, construction projects can happen really, really quickly. But the Pizzagate message is that it's literally there for everybody to read now. It's literally there for everybody to read. Spare me.
Propagated on the internet. That was serving as the basis of a member's questions to me. So I can only say that the...
Hey, Hamburglar Helper, South Park did a whole thing about that. There's a snook up the sniz. A nuke up in a place where no man dare tread.
Best exchange that I had came at the very end when, contrary to every other deposition they have taken, no Republican member asked any questions about Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell to anyone else they have deposed. And in fact, the Republican members didn't even show up for the deposition of Les Wexner.
That is a valid criticism. Points to Hillary on that. That is a valid criticism of the Republicans. What the fuck is wrong with you that you had Les Wexner there, the Victoria's Secret guy, who was clearly involved with Clinton and Epstein, and you didn't show up for that? Fuck y'all for that. You gave them more ammunition, and it's almost like they do it on purpose, right, y'all? It's almost like it's the Hegelian dialectic, the firefighter starting the fire.
And when I said that, I had to point out that the only questions that any Republican member asked of any of the people they deposed was of former Attorney General Bill Barr when Chairman Comer asked him about the allegations, in his view, about Russia's involvement in my election in 2016. So...
You mean your election loss in 2016, ma'am?
At the very end of this hearing, after I made that point, I want to commend Chairman Comer for raising a series of significant questions that I...
Laura's talking about the other lizard people, though, Harry Toe. That's a big one. Jupiter Ascending, I think, is the name of the movie with Channing Tatum and Mila Kunis. Predictive programming.
Responded to about the nature of the investigation and the areas that I thought should be explored. So I appreciated that. I want to see the truth come out.
Yep, chops, 100%.
So that was a reassuring way to end a very long, repetitive deposition.
It was weird. Interesting, though. It could have been done so much better. I think they intentionally nerfed that movie because the plot, if they would have done that correctly, whew, damn, dark stuff. Very dark stuff that may have some root in reality. I don't know. It's ma'am. That's right. Cleanse the door, spoon back, and then never mind anything that came after that, right? Yeah, we have a very, very short attention span. Oh, guys, guess what? For Saturday streams, which, by the way, I forgot to do this. Did y'all know I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9 p.m. Central? Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, we do about 3 to 4 news topics with palate cleansers sprinkled about to break up the monotony because you got to do that from time to time, right, guys? Saturday streams, it's a hangout stream, a decompressed stream, a chill stream. For all you amazing killdozers here in the Dozer Den, we might have 1 or 2 official topics, but for the most part, we take music video requests for the Dozer Den DJ Hour, where you can rock out with your cock out, jam out with your clam out. Those are the only 2 options. If you are intersex, I ask that you please pick a fucking lane. Just pick one. All right, it's only 2. You got this. You can do it. But yes, I have a bottle of Double Oaked. Again, guys, the good stuff for Saturday. Because on Saturday streams, for every $20 worth of donations, I give you Cork Pop ASMR, and we sip a little drinky drink throughout the stream. On any stream that we host here, well, that I host, not you. You guys are part of the show, but I am the host. Any stream that we do in the Dozer Den, if we get up to $50 worth of donations, I will put on a fancy hat. And I'm a man of many hats. It's one of the fan favorites, macaroni, because if you put a feather in your cap, you call it macaroni, right, guys? If we get up to $100 worth of donations, we have a shades goal. That's right. They're bedazzled. Lady Dozer worked her fingers to the bone, super glued her finger at one point to these shades. There's a shades goal. There is also, might move this into the rotation, the Buc-ee's Beaver One Piece. It's so stupid. Why did I buy this? Why? It has a tail. It was $24. Screw it. This will be an entertaining thing to have. And it is. It is, I think. All right. Maybe if we hit like $120, I'll put on the beaver outfit. We'll see. But yeah, the deposition's going to be what it's going to be. It's interesting that they decided to ask her about UFOs in the deposition, about the Epstein connections. There are some people that have been talking about it, thinking that maybe how much for the shit. Yeah, $24 wasn't bad. Harry Toe coming in with a $5 donation. $5 donation. Saying, how much for the Bucky suit? How much for the Bucky suit? I'll put it on. I'll do it. How much is fair, do you guys think? How much is fair for the Bucky suit? If $50 for the fancy hat, $100 for the shades. Should we put the Bucky suit somewhere between that or after that? I don't know. But thank you so much for that $5 Rumble rant. Turning to chat, a lovely, lovely shade of yellow. And while it isn't really gold, it's close enough. And I do love gold.
I love gold.
Thank you very much for that $5 Rumble rant. Teabagging therapist, you son of a bitch. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. UFOs are not faking gay. UFO literally just means you don't know what it is. It's up in the sky. It's flying. So Saturday only. I'm thinking if we get to 100, I think 120. So 50 for the fancy hat, 100 for the shades. And then if we hit 120, on Saturdays, put on the Bucky outfit. That seem fair? Think $100 is fair? Maybe we can make 75. How about this? We'll do 75 for shades golf. We do $50 for fancy hat, 75 for shades. And on Saturday streams, if we hit 100, we put on the Bucky outfit. I think that works. Those $100 shots ruined him. I think that's fair. I think maybe we could do or we could just keep it $100 for the shades and the Bucky outfit. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I'll consult with my my assistant, Lady Dozer. It's actually quite cozy. I'm not gonna lie. I put it on when I got home from the because Lady Dozer was down, and I'm like, you know what? We're gonna add some levity to this situation. I play the jester role. When people are sad, and the people have told me I'm decent at helping people deal with sad stuff. So I try to help. But love gold or not, I love Christ and silver. Silver is in this world. Christ is not a fan of this world. Silver is in this world. Christ is not of this world. True. Very true. But anyways, guys, speaking of UFOs, teabagging therapist, how dare you? I have a clip. It's a black one, guys. It's a didn't do nothing UFO. Houston, we have a big ass problem. I feel like that should be one word. Just forwarded to me. This is Eddie Abbott. I don't know who this is. Man trekking through Colombia density comes head on with a black sphere that is dead silent and begins to follow him. He captures a little chunk of video before he stops recording and runs out of there. Past every AI detection software scan, whatever's going on here actually happened in front of the camera. This is a great capture. Watch it. We are going to watch it. You don't have to tell me twice. What do you think? Think it's a balloon? It's moving things. Yeah, it moved something. Like one of the leaves moved. Yeah, right there. That's what I was looking at. I don't know. These spheres kind of keep popping up. And there was one apparently in America. Gay eye detection. There was one in America recently that had the same markings as the Boogosphere. But I don't know if that one's legit or not. I mean, this one might not be legit. Always question. Always question. But it could be real. I don't know. I'm just presenting the footage. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. It's concerning, that's for sure. I mean, if I saw that in the woods, first of all, I'm gonna want to like. How do you not want to touch it? Like, I guess it would be kind of like I'd want to have like something alive touch it before I touched it. It's a magic 8-ball. That's right. Just shake it, and it'll give you the answers to the world. Like, how do you not want to just be like poke, or like poke it with a stick? At least poke it with a stick, maybe. It's a good test, right? What to do with a Christmas tree ornaments after Christmas? Is that a Christmas tree? Maybe. I don't know. Kablamo. When you touch it, you go get vaporized. Maybe. Shoot it and start an intergalactic war. I don't think it'd be intergalactic. I think if stuff like that's showing up and it's actually unknown, I think that's from something else that's been on this planet for a lot longer than we have, possibly. That's just my thought. That's my hypothesis. I don't know. I don't know. But I am intrigued. I am. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Get rid of that here. Let's go ahead and... All right. I got one more thing. Before we get into the Missouri trucker troubles, guys. It's actually a Minnesota trucker that was in Missouri. On Highway 61. Going south on the northbound, I think. This is good humor. This humor... I mean, if you're in this situation, if you're in this spot, you might as well make some jokes.
I love when I'm talking about how hot a person is, and someone inevitably has to mention, oh, they have a partner. Okay, what's your point? Have you ever considered the possibility that perhaps both of them want a disabled baddie? This wheelchair can be turned into a 3-seater with a little creativity. Maybe both of them want to slather some ranch on this vegetable.
No, man. You calm down. Ma'am. Calm down. Think you're gonna get some sleep tonight. Rest well, Hamburglar Helper. Thank you so much for hanging out here in the Dozer Den. Don't forget to smash the repost, smash the like, comment in the comment section. Spread the word, guys. Let them know that we're having a good time here in the Dozer Den. You gotta let them know. I'll let them know. Ram ranch dressing. PJ and the Bear and the Lady Truckers. Ooh. So. We're going to save that for later. That'll be the next little break between stories. Let me do some scrolling here. Would you cooperate with me, my God? All right, here is the video of the truck going the wrong way on Highway 61. I know of this highway. This is bad. Authorities say the truck seen speeding the wrong way down a Missouri highway is registered to Abdewali Ahmed, a Minnesota resident. Because of course he is. Like this is the like Final Destination stuff.
Going in the wrong direction. And instead of pulling over once they saw cars flying right at them, the witness says the semi sped up and was hitting 50 miles per hour, going the wrong way for nearly 3 miles.
On his phone.
Miraculously, they didn't hit anyone, and Missouri Highway Patrol eventually pulled over that driver who had a legal commercial driver's license from Minnesota. But Highway Patrol says during that,
should have said it like Minnesota.
That stop, our commercial vehicle enforcement troopers conducted a driver inspection and determined the driver could not properly identify road signs as mandated.
Fucking wall. Fucking wall for whoever gave this motherfucker a CDL, and fucking wall for this motherfucker. He could have killed kids. He could have killed kids. Fucking wall. I don't fucking care.
By federal motor carrier regulations. Per federal motor carrier guidelines, he was placed out of service and not allowed to continue driving. Here's what we know about this particular trucking business. Cargo Transportation LLC is run out of an apartment in Hopkins, Minnesota, just outside Minneapolis. It was registered in 2023 to an Abdulwali Ahmed and only has 2 drivers, one of whom presumably can't read road signs. But still, last year,
can't read road signs. Awesome. Chop saying they use phones for translation purposes. He could have been doing phone scams the whole time, too.
The company drove more than 81,000 miles. We reached out to both Cargo Transportation and Minnesota's Commercial Driver's License Division for comment. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration is now investigating this particular company as the administration continues its push to crack down on foreign nationals driving commercial semi-trucks on our roads after a number of high-profile fatalities involving drivers, several of whom have been in the country illegally.
Wow.
Sandra.
All right, Garrett Tenney on that for us.
You know, speaking of natural born and invaders, I've been talking to people closer to me that I didn't realize were this extreme in this perspective. Said recently they don't believe that you should be able to hold government office, period, if you're not a citizen who was born here. I'm like, yes. Actually, you know what? Yeah. Why not? Why not? You can't be the president if you're not a natural born citizen. Why can you do all these other things? Question. If you had somebody who was in the House of Representatives who was an immigrant to this country, they couldn't be the House Speaker, could they? Because the House Speaker is in the line of succession, right? Interesting, right, guys? Very interesting. Cut the H-1Bs off entirely, and this with the Silicon Valley problems effectively vanish. Yeah, they would. Harry told when I got my CDL in 2007 in 07 in Washington State, my trainer tester said he would fail anyone who couldn't speak English. Based. Super based. Nicki Minaj. Also super based. Because I'm all about that bass. About that bass. Yes, Nikki. I said if you can't speak English, you can't read signs. Oh, shit. Logic. Logic and reason? No. We don't want that. Can't have that, guys. So, we have a story from News Nation about this driver. Like, what if I would have been passing somebody going north in that lane? What if I would have been in that plant, that transplant, that third world transplant, would have ran into my family, ran into me? That would have been bad. That would have been bad. And, you know, I think people should be held accountable for this crap. We got to start seeing some people suffer some consequences for these things. We do. It has to happen. Chops, what is that? What do mean words? What do words? Good Lord, I can't read. What do words mean? What is logic? That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that sticker, and I've stolen it. It's mine now. Your sticker is mine. I have that as a sticker, but I'd have to look for it. Truck driver accused of driving wrong way, unable to read road signs. Hooray. Authorities said a truck driver who drove the wrong way on a Missouri highway was unable to read the road signs. The Missouri State Highway Patrol confirmed the incident took place around 8 a.m. local time Wednesday near Troy, Missouri. The driver was going the wrong way on US 61, and he corrected before a crash occurred. The state trooper confirmed the driver had a valid commercial driver's license and showed no signs of impairment or medical issues, just a dumb fuck. News Nation affiliate KTVI confirmed the driver is of Somali descent, no fucking shit, and was licensed in Minnesota. Authorities determined the driver could not properly identify road signs and, according to federal guidance, was placed out of service and not allowed to continue driving. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy posted about the incident on social media. Disturbing. We've learned the truck driver with a Minnesota CDL who couldn't read basic road signs spent miles driving the wrong way in an 80-ton truck. Thanks to Missouri law enforcement, this dangerous trucker is now out of service. FMCSA is also investigating the incident. I'm assuming is what that was going to go on to say. The Trump administration recently announced all CDL exams would be required to be administered in English to crack down on what officials say is a problem with drivers not understanding English. Well, yeah, that makes sense. What's up, salty old fart over there on pill.net? Thanks for the red pill and the repost. S. Henson, your wife is watching Candace. You should hear the way she pronounced anecdote. It's bad. Anecdote. Yeah. She can't. I mean, that's nitpicking a little bit, but it is funny. It is funny. He can read astrological signs. Exactly. What's up, Mr. Joe Man on pill.net? Minnesota is a shithole. I know I live there. Damn. Yeah, Lotus Lily. I've heard bad things. I have heard bad things. Logical application of civilian RPGs would also clearly... Cannot advocate for that. But you're free to your opinion. Indeed. General Flynn status. What you got, Silva? What you got? What you sharing there? I saw some stuff from Flynn earlier today. He's a little bit yeah. We talked about this the other day. Thorburn Yaglin attempted suicide shortly after being charged with corruption in connection with the Epstein stuff. Yeah. Gave Barack Obama the Nobel Peace Prize. Fun times. Drivers were already required to demonstrate English proficiency, including the ability to understand road signs to obtain a CDL. However, some states administered the exam itself in multiple languages. The driver was issued a citation for driving the wrong way. No arrests were made in the case. I don't understand why there wasn't an arrest made. Like, this should have been an arrest. I think this video might actually have the guy who was recording his kind of take on it. Let's go to it real quick. I'm gonna have to get out of that though. Yep. Okay. Just a second here. We're gonna stop sharing and share. Oh my gosh! Another $5 Rumble rant from Harry Toe 2. Amazing. It's easy to fix all of this. If you employ an illegal alien, it's mandatory $100,000 fine and 1 year in jail for each person employed. Immigration is fixed. You are 100% correct. That is one of the things that I don't like from the current trend is to go after just the illegals. You need to go after the companies that are hiring them, the companies that are taking advantage of slave labor. Let's actually deal with that issue. That would be wise. That would help curb some of the demand, wouldn't it? Force them to actually employ Americans, because there are plenty of Americans that will do that work. Don't ever tell me that there aren't Americans that will not do that work. I was one of those Americans that did the orchard work. Ugh. Thank you for that $5 Rumble rant. Appreciate the heck out of you. Turn the chat a lovely, lovely shade of yeller. You love to see it. You love to see it. Thank you so much for that donation. Appreciate that for sure. Guys, don't forget to
Hulk smash
that like button if you're having a good time here. Yeah, apparently that's what Al Green decided to make a sign. Yeah, no shit. We actually wait, aren't we all apes? Are we technically part of the ape family? I think we are. Maybe. Yeah, related, cousins, maybe. That's what they say. I don't know. I remember hearing that at one point. Hairless apes. Primates. I think we would be considered primates, not apes. Did you guys know that apparently Neanderthals were boning Homo sapiens back in the day? And there are humans today that have a little bit of a Neanderthal DNA. It's cool stuff. Cool stuff. All mammals, at least. Yes, indeed. Hulk smash your wall and blame it on your older brother. I did do that. Guys, that puts us at $40 away from Fancy Hat Goal on a Thursday evening. Let's watch this video. A little bit extended video. I need more guys like Mark Wayne up there. I think this is
It is.
We had
18-wheeler going the wrong way down southbound 61.
He was going the wrong way on southbound.
He is on the northbound lanes of 61.
He's going south on the northbound. Yeah, I was right.
You can see I'm going southbound on 61. He's in the northbound lanes on Highway 61.
It's in Lincoln County. Okay, I don't know that road. Yep, Mr. Joe Man. It's just a miracle. It's a miracle nobody's dead from this. It is a miracle nobody is dead from this. Yeah, I was being sarcastic. I'm like, hey, at least he has his flashers on. What a tard. And then this right here. Like, even his turn is dangerous. Well, their average IQ is pretty fucking low, Lotus Lily. He's a Somalian. Like, even this turn. Whew. Thank God nobody died. Thank God nobody died. Thank God they got him off the road. It's insane. Yeah, Toto, we're not driving in England anymore. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Well, at least the bandit kept to the rules of the road, except speed. Yep. Sad stuff. It did happen. And, let's see. We already read through that. Let's see. I think I did have a USDOT thing on it, though. Short little statement from CDL Life. Let me see. It's pretty much the same story. Wait. Actually, wait. We're going to go ahead and open this up here because there is a little bit more information. 68 average IQ in Somalia and 50% inbred. And it's okay to acknowledge that that's not appropriate and that's not acceptable and that we shouldn't import that shit into our country. It's okay to say that. It doesn't make you a racist because that's not based on your race. It's not. It's based on bad decisions. CDL Life. U.S. DOT boss says semi-driver caught on video going wrong way on Missouri highway was placed out of service. That could have been so bad. U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy said that Missouri law enforcement helped put the brakes on a semi-truck driver caught on video traveling on the wrong way. On the wrong way on a highway. You mean the wrong way on a highway? Come on, work on that, guys. On February 25th, Duffy took to social media to comment on a viral video depicting a semi-truck traveling the wrong way on Highway 61 in Missouri. We've learned that a truck driver with a Minnesota CDL who couldn't read basic road signs and spent miles driving the wrong way in an 80-ton truck. Spent miles driving the wrong way. Duffy said the truck driver was placed out of service by Missouri law enforcement officers. Additionally, Duffy said that the motor carrier Cargo Transportation LLC, that one that's based out of that apartment in Minnesota, is under investigation by the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, FMCA. We will not stop until America's roads are safe again for families, Duffy said. And we watched the video just a second ago, so we don't need to do that again. Yes. It's not racist to acknowledge that IQ is mostly inherited. Yep. It's true. Bad stock. Just saying. There is something to it. Yeah, you don't necessarily have to be bound by genetics, but genetics do play a role in IQ. Yes. Oh, no. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get into a couple little things between topics, guys. Because next we're going to be talking about a Colombian mud volcano. Again, not a sex act. Get your minds out of the gutters. Goodness. Ashamed, y'all. Just ashamed, I say. Let's see here. So there's this video of this dog. Okay, it was on TikTok, but I saw it on X today. From Delty the 73rd. It started out with this. This guy. Oh, good God! Just a second here. All right. This guy starts off with this, and then it's a fun little trail you get to go down sometimes on X. Why does your dog look eternally concerned?
If you're having a bad day, just go into the comments of these videos I posted. They are hilarious. You guys are killing it. But then I get a lot of comments like this. And what do you mean? He's fine. I mean, look, bro. Bro, you okay?
Dog is terrified. That's a healer.
You know what? You guys might be right.
Yeah, he looks traumatized by something. What could it be? Maybe it's, I don't know, that there's a bobcat living in his house.
Not to feed them after midnight. We told you to keep them away from the light. And the most important warning of all, we told you to never, ever get them wet.
Yeah, I'd be upset too if I was that dog. Okay? It's the bobcat. He's just traumatized. And said, yeah, oh my God, it is the same dog from the stray bobcat from last year. Didn't know there was a lore behind it, but apparently. Stray bobcat hanging out with a dog.
So happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you. For all my
Yeah. That's cute. Wholesomeness, guys. Wholesomeness in between topics. Harry Toe, you're going to make it a sex act. Godspeed, sir. Godspeed. Let's see. 17 George 76 saying IQ is half inherited, half learned. Since all the IQ tests are all things you learn in the various phases of schooling. Nature and nurture. There's a combination of the things. Yep. I agree. Lynxes make great pets. Really? That actually kind of surprises me. They're bigger than a bobcat, aren't they? Pretty sure they are. One more thing between topics, guys. This is High Res the rapper, which I like his stuff. And this is actually a really cool song that they just dropped. Early music video, so it's a little bit crude. But I think the message is pretty damn cool for those that might struggle with alcoholism or loss of faith. High Res the rapper. I think it's a decent song. Be right back, guys.
in my head, I was dead. I could see it going south. I was sinking, but kept drinking as the walls were falling down. The poison in my veins, no, it never took the hurt. Now I know better, cause I know it made it worse. And I found my peace when I threw away the bottle. Guess I really hit the lotto in my life. So blessed to be alive. This life hell of a ride. Got God right by my side. I know I won't get left behind. No more believing turn around my life. Shouldn't be here now, but I am. Turning way up, man, this is my jam. Had to change course, but that was God's plan. I'm so grateful for all of this, man. Almost didn't make it out, but I did. Had some tough times, but I never quit. Had to turn all my losses to wins. I'm so glad that I let him in. In my head, I was dead. I could see it going south. I was sinking, but kept drinking as the walls were falling down. The poison in my veins, no, it never took the hurt. Now I know better, cause I know it made it worse. Now I found my peace when I threw away the bottle. Guess I really hit the lotto in my life. So blessed to be alive. Can't get back wasted time. Man, life gon' get you down sometimes, but don't forget to smile. We only get one chance, so try not to stay mad. You never too old just to laugh and love and go and dance. I've been told I wasn't enough. I've been told that I'm too hard to love, but I'm made in the image of God, so I'm tapped in with him up above. I was so lost and I found my way. Had to give in and let myself pray. Even if things don't go my way, today gon' be a great day. In my head, I was dead. I could see it going south. I was sinking, but kept drinking as the walls were falling down. The poison in my veins, no, it never took the hurt. Now I know better, cause I know it made it worse. Now I found my peace when I threw away the bottle. Guess I really hit the lotto in my life. So blessed to be alive.
That's a good message, I think. Might not be everybody's jam, but I thought it was a cool message. The lyrics were nice. Is he trying to sing Vivaldi? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Let's go ahead and get into the next topic, guys. Colombian mud volcano. Big booms. Big booms on the X machine. Oh, look at that. It'll play for me in the actual article. We do have an article. Links to the articles that we cover this episode are in the description, by the way. Let's check this out. Bit of a big boom. Bit of a big boom.
Ay, no.
¿Qué planta hay allá? Hay un volcán.
So wait, mud swamp or mud volcanoes. That has me thinking of the fire swamps from The Princess Bride. Harry Toe, apparently Canvas 2.0, Rumble Studio 2.0 is coming. Apparently it's on the way. It was mentioned on the X Machine by Rick Rack today, Rick Rosella. So that is apparently going to be happening at some point. Yeah, me too though. They're obviously working on it, and they've said that has been fixed in Canvas 2.0. I'm fairly sure one of the responses I got from them was that that's one of the big issues that they fixed. So that'll be glorious when we get that. We've had a few times where the audio sharing has been good. For the most part, absolute, fluctuation, we'll say. This is from BNO News, published February 25th, 2026. By Carlos Robles. Mud volcano erupts near homes in Colombia. Evacuations underway. A mud volcano has erupted in northwest Colombia, and mud volcano does not refer to your butt after Taco Bell. In northwest Colombia, and authorities have ordered precautionary evacuations nearby, according to officials. No injuries have been reported. The eruption occurred Wednesday afternoon in San Juan de Arabia? Wait. That was something. No, wait. There is an asterisk. I don't know how to pronounce that. We'll say Uraba. Why not? A municipality in Antioquia Department. Local officials said the mud volcano erupted near a municipal water treatment plant and close to homes. Officials said that there were no reported injuries. The only damage reported so far is to the road leading to the Siete Fuentes district. Authorities said nearby homes will be evacuated as a precaution. Emergency officials are deploying a technical team to assess the site of the eruption. A video shared on social media showed a large column of fire and thick smoke rising from a flat area, with flames shooting upward into the sky as smaller fires burned closer to the foreground. So, is this an area that is known to be like a mud volcano? Or was this out of nowhere? I'm confused. Very confused. So people were around this, like just living around this, and it happened? That can happen? That's a problem. Harry told, I've never had butt issues eating Taco Bell. I compare it to the treatment of Nickelback. Damn. Harry Toe dropping hard truths on the chat tonight. It's a good comparison. Because Nickelback, you know what? Nickelback's got good stuff, guys. They do. You can hate on them all you want, but I think it's a psyop. I think it's absolutely a psyop. Speaking of Taco Bell, my God, Lady Dozer just asked me if I wanted Taco Bell. You're damn right I do. You're damn right I do. I was just... That's hilarious. That's absolutely hilarious. This is from a guy who has butt issues. Yes. The Taco Bell is not to blame for the fistula. Emergency officials... mud volcanoes are geological formations that erupt a mixture of mud, water, and gases. It's a shart. It's diarrhea from Earth. Such as methane. Literally. Unlike magmatic volcanoes, they don't involve molten rock, but can still produce dramatic eruptions and occasional fires when gases ignite. Mud volcanoes can cause the mud floods. They're very rare. PepsiCo uses Cinemix. Well, that's interesting. Oh, yeah, you're right. Colombia is home to dozens of mud volcanoes. What? It seems like that just shouldn't be a place then. Like, why are you living there? Dozens of mud volcanoes, particularly along its Caribbean coast. The country also sits on the Pacific Ring of Fire and has several active magmatic volcanoes. The mud volcanoes are more common in low-lying coastal regions. I'm just stunned that this is a thing. Why is this a thing? Why am I just now learning of this? So confused. Bill, can you have a Dorito Locos taco? No, none for you. No soup for you. No taco for you. What you got there? Nickelback, you like their Topside TMC? What you got? I'm just curious. I actually, the first quote unquote, you know what? We'll call it rock. Fuck it. Yes. The first rock albums I had, one of them was The Long Road, and I forgot what the other one was, but it was 2 Nickelback CDs that I had. And you know what? They've had some good stuff. Leader of Men. I don't know if I remember this song. Oh, but my internet's struggling. Guys, the internet's going to be different. 16 years ago. This might have been on that album. Wait, that'd been 2000. Yes, that's a good song. That's a good song. Leader of Men, it's good stuff. Oh, Sajay, Illinois. I've heard Pops and Sajay. It's a good song. Chops. What album is that off of? Do you know? God, yeah, that would have been 2010. It was so no, it probably wouldn't have been on The Long Road, but yeah. Meatloaf, Bad Out of Hell. You were 10 or 11. Nice, good stuff. All right, let me see. Yeah, first album was Rolling Stones. Classics, quite classic. Let me see. I think I had another thing on X about the there it is. About the mud volcano. Let me scroll a little bit here. I need to organize them a little bit better. That's what I need to do. I need to actually organize my bookmarks a tad bit better. Let's see. I had And if I didn't, my goodness, what are you doing? What are you doing living down there with mud volcanoes? Why are you there? You shouldn't be. You really shouldn't be. I know I wouldn't want to be. Guys, apparently they released the full body cam footage of the accused pedophile Tom Alexandrovich, one of the many Jew pedophiles that gets allowed to return to Israel and is protected by Israel. Why is this a thing? Why is Israel protecting pedophiles? Why? Could you? Do you want to help your image? Do you want to help your image or not? I don't think they do. I think this is part of I think it's part of whatever nefarious people are deciding the actions. I think it's part of the messaging to do things like this so that people will be like, actually, what? And then they end up thinking of things of all Jews and they blanket statement and say it's all of them. That's what I think they're trying to inspire with shit like that. And no, it's not all the Jews. Just some of the bad ones. I did see that apparently some documents were released about Bohemian Grove. They released a lot of names of people who were involved with it. So why does anyone protect pedos? It's a good question. Damn good question. Why does the states? Yep. Yeah, but we don't let them. We don't bring them into this country to protect them. I don't think. That's a concerning thing. That is a specific thing that you can flee other countries and go to Israel if you're Jewish and you've been accused of things, including pedophilia. So yeah. Oh, dang it! Lady Dozer is asking me what I want. Damn it, woman. She better give me some fries. Let's see. Sorry about that. Conan O'Brien is a pedo in Bohemian Grove. Yeah. So all the people that were named that went to Bohemian Grove, if were there, we have to be careful. Just because you went to Bohemian Grove, does it mean that you were sacrificing or burning effigies of a child or a human being to the owl statue, to the Moloch? Not necessarily. Just like if you were on Epstein's plane, doesn't necessarily mean that you diddled a kid. So we do have to be careful with that. Just because their names are mentioned doesn't necessarily mean that they were up to nefarious shit. Not a good look. Not a good look. But she didn't give me my nacho fries. Makes you sad. Our government, other than Trump, has allowed pedophiles to walk free for at least 100 years. Like Epstein, he was released to continue his crimes. I mean, yeah. Chicken chalupa. The new chicken street chalupas, they're smaller, but you can get 2 for $5.99. And I was mad when I first saw them. But after I started eating them, I'm like, holy shit, that's good. 7-layer burrito and bean burrito. Not on the bean burrito. You lost me there. I like the chicken flatbread melts with black beans and onions and mild sauce. Yes. Yes, indeed. Desire to wood chip intensifies. Wonder if anybody has modified a wood chipper to drive it around. Just like one big mobile wood chipper that is autonomous. Not autonomous necessarily, but independent. Doesn't have to be pulled. That's what I was trying to say. Mud Volcanoes starring Pete Booty Fudge. No. Ugh. It's awful. Let's see. Before we get into the UFOs and demons, I had a DoorDash thing here. It's accurate. Some of these things happen. Driving for DoorDash is usually pretty boring until something like this comes through. Instructions. When you get to my stoop, please press 5B on the buzzer and wait for me to come down. If there's a big dude sitting on the steps claiming the food is his, do not believe him. That's Larry. Please look him dead in the eye and say, Fuck you, Larry. He has successfully hijacked my dinner on 2 separate occasions, and I refuse to let him feast on my dime a third time. Protect the bag at all costs. I'll tip extra. I'm not saying I've had a message just like that, but I've had some interesting ones, door dashing. By the way, guys, thanks for your support on this channel. You guys have helped me pretty much stop door dashing. Pretty much. I haven't dashed in like a month and a half. So thank you for that. I appreciate y'all. 17 George, not saying that I've done it, but folks have been known to remove the safety bars on the chippers. Oh no. Oh no. Tim Walls will walk a mile for a camel. Not sure what that means. Oh shit! Minnesota lawmakers have begun procedures to impeach Tim Walz. Have they? Do we need to add a topic? Do we need to add a topic? Oh shit! Town hall. Now, is this going to go anywhere? Is my question. Is this going to go anywhere? Let's see. Is it just a couple representatives or something, and it's going to be completely squashed because they're all controlled by Democrats there? Let's take a look. We have an article from Town Hall. Minnesota lawmakers file articles of impeachment against Governor Tim Walz and A.G. Ellison, both of which should be in prison. They should be. Minnesota lawmakers have filed articles of impeachment against Attorney General Keith Ellison and Governor Tim Walz. State Reps Drew Roach, Ben Davis, and Mike, I'm going to say Weiner, of the Minnesota Freedom Caucus filed the documents. The lawmakers allege that the leaders allowed state residents to commit rampant fraud. I would agree. Criminals allegedly stole about $9 billion worth of benefits across 14 benefit programs meant to help feed hungry kids, help kids with autism, and help families find housing. This week, Vice President J.D. Vance announced that the federal government is freezing $259 million in payments to the state's Medicare program until it complies with a fraud investigation, as they should. Breaking, Minnesota Freedom Caucus members Rep. Drew Roach, Rep. Ben Davis, and Rep. Mike Weiner just announced articles of impeachment against Keith Ellison and Tim Walz. Is it just for show, though? That's my question. Is it just for show?
Hey, folks. Representative Drew Roach here.
That is a short motherfucker. And I say that as a short motherfucker.
Here with my other colleagues from the Minnesota Freedom Caucus.
Follow the Yellow Brick Road to impeach Tim Walz.
Here to do the work for the people.
Representative Ben Davis, folks, and in my hands I have...
Maybe Ben Davis is just insanely tall. Maybe he's just insane. That guy might be about my height. That's a big old boy, too.
Articles of impeachment against Attorney General Keith Ellison. As I'm sure you're aware, he had the Feeding Our Future fraudsters in his office doing an alleged quid pro quo. He's not fit for office.
Representative Mike Weiner. Impeachment
it's Weiner.
Articles for the fraudster in chief.
Mike Weiner, something he hasn't seen in years.
Tim Walz. Holding politicians accountable, holding him accountable for the...
That's not nice. I shouldn't be like that. That's cruel.
Massive amount of fraud in the state of Minnesota. Estimated $9 billion taxpayers' money that is being wasted. Ready to drop this.
Well, let's see. Maybe this article will get into some of the specifics around impeachment process in Minnesota. President Donald Trump's recently tapped Vance to lead a war on fraud nationwide. The government also announced a nationwide 6-month moratorium on Medicare enrollment for certain durable medical equipment, prosthetics, orthotics, and supply suppliers. That's interesting. The dude was like 6'7". Okay, that was just a big dude then. Well, rest well, Lotus 8 Lily. Thank you so much for hanging out here in the Dozer Den. Appreciate you. Don't forget to smash the like button on your way out, comment in the comment section, and repost this stream. It's cruel but true. Yes. It's that guy was a big guy. You don't need to let yourself get that big. mean, it happens. People have glandular disorders. Fuck, I have a glandular disorder, and I got big at one point, but then I put the muzzle on and I worked my ass off and lost like 70 pounds. So could I lose another 20 to 30? Yeah, probably. Maybe I'll get after that. It's an idea. See. So Nick Sortor was posting this. Minnesota lawmakers filed to impeach Tim Walz and Keith Ellison for the furtherance of widespread fraud throughout the state. If Minnesota legislators have any interest in fixing the state, this is the next step. So I wonder if there's going to be any more.
Hey, folks.
They're not. Let me see. Let me look at the comments really quick to see if there's anything gleaning that could help me glean a little bit of insight. Impeachment would give the legislators access to a ton more information on Walz's actions very quickly, which could then be used to prosecute. If you don't get rid of the tree, you become the low-hanging fruit. This is the question. Honest question here. Do the Minnesota lawmakers even have the power to remove the governor and the AG? If not, impeachment is just a waste of time and money. Same goes for Congress. Impeachment. Impeaching people means nothing. It's almost a badge of honor at this point. So I agree and disagree. With that. Because yes, it is a bit of theater, a bit of bread and circus, I suppose. Because if there's not going to be a conviction after the prosecution and removal, then what's the point? A lot of people say, hey, at least even if we're just going through the motions, it's on record, it's documented, we did what we could, the information is out there for everybody to see now. And you have discovery, I suppose. But yeah, it looks like JD got right to it, apparently. Okay, that's what I was thinking. So I thought it was pretty similar to the national level there with the impeachment process. So they have the power to do that in all the state constitutions. Yeah, I would need to get into the specifics, I guess, to feel completely versed, I suppose. Let me get rid of this. Scrolling through this here. Yeah, that's all we had on that article. But I'm actually going to click on this. And so, yes, Minnesota lawmakers do have that power per Article 8 of the Minnesota Constitution. House of Representatives has the sole power to impeach majority of all members. Applies to the governor and attorney general for corrupt conduct or crimes and misdemeanors. Senate tries it. 2/3 of senators present needed to convict and remove from office, plus possible disqualification. It's not automatic removal, but the process does exist. So it's got to be a majority of all the members in the House, and then a 2/3 of the senators present needed to convict and remove from office, according to Grok. So, what's up, Greg? Good to see you. Let me do a really quick check on the reposts and the comments because I do appreciate you guys interacting with this channel and helping it grow in whatever way you can. We got 23 people watching. I see 14 likes. Let's get those numbers up. Smash the like button with all your might. What's up, Thin Boy? Good to see you. Gonna shout out the reposts and the commenters really quick. Thank you, Laura Blades, for the repost. Thank you, Entropy Nomad, for the repost. I appreciate you guys, and I will be interacting with those reposts. I've been bad about that lately, but I will get back to it. But yeah, that does help, guys. The likes. The like button apparently does really, really help. So, oh, look at that. Carry toe with a whoosh, a slap of that peach. Every now and then you got to slap that peach, and sometimes you make them count. About 15. Oh, 15. There we go. Thank you. Appreciate that, Thin Boy. Doing it when he first came in. And then Greg, Ohio, with a slap of that peach. It's a very, very good emote. Don't forget, guys, if you subscribe to BillDozer74 or The Dozer Den or thedozerden.locals.com, you get access to all of those emotes. Some animated, some not. Hopefully all kind of entertaining. That's the goal anyways, guys. That is the goal. And I hope you guys enjoy them. I know I like the jiggle physics. Jiggle physics is important. Very, very important. We have more things on the X machine that I have stowed away for you guys. Little bit of an Epstein discussion here. A little bit of an Epstein discussion. It is actually from, well, this isn't from the Skiff. The Skiff is who posted this, but this is from this guy's podcast. I cannot remember the name of it, but it's actually really good. Missed half the show. Start over. We'll rewind it. We'll rewind it. You think your peach is on Builder 74 or my sub ran out? Oh, damn. Don't forget, guys, you can shower the chat with your love. Or spray the chat with your love by hitting that red present box. That's right. You can help spread that Rumble rash. It's a selfless endeavor, and it is in the spirit of giving that one must spread the subscriptions, spread the rash amongst the Dozer Den. Turn the chat red. Beautiful shade of MAGA red. Catch a Rumble rash, spread it around, rub it in. It's a good idea. Professional. Sartorius, how dare you? How dare you? I need to figure out who this is. Julian Dory. Julian Dory show, I think, on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. Oh my gosh, what just happened? What just happened? Let me check real quick. Looking at the chat in a second here. My goodness gracious. Harry Toe coming in like an absolute fucking Chad. Getting us to 35 on the night with 5 gifted subs. Look at that. Finboy, Slick, Sartorius, Selva, Sojourn. 3 of the lucky recipients, guys. That kind of stuff right there. Makes me want to play one of my favorite clips that we have here in the Dozer Den. A little bit of Jews in space. Lore Blades, look at that. Lore Blades got it, and Singland.
C. Jews in space.
We're Jews out in space, we're zooming along, protecting the Hebrew race. We're Jews out in space. If trouble appears, we'll put it right back in its place. When Goyim attack us, we'll give them a smack, we'll slap them right back in the face.
Lore Blades, thanks. Since you gave me the rest, does that mean we're going steady? Slap that peach. Stories Epstein is relaxing on the beach and yeah. I never gave that conspiracy theory any credence, but my goodness, the more that comes out, the more I'm just like, what's going on? What's really going on? I just don't know anymore. The doppelganger of Ghislaine Maxwell in Canada with somebody who looked just like her brother. It could just be somebody who looks like him. There's a lot of people, guys. A lot of people that are doppelgangers. So just saying. Thank you, Harry Toe, for the repost. Appreciate you. And thanks, Future Vision AI. Might be a robot. I don't know. Hasten Chat? I'm not sure. Has in chat. We'll say that. Alexander001, Teflon, Tina, Neat Scholar, and Hildemy1 for following the channel. Appreciate the follow, guys. If you haven't followed the channel, follow the channel and follow the user profile too. Why not? 2 birds, 1 stone, or something like that. And Rumble still need to focus on chatters without local subs first. Yes, that is true. I don't know what's gonna. Maybe they don't know. You know what? They might not know. I might need to mention it to somebody. What's up, Hans Diamond Ball? I met my doppelganger in high school. It was so weird. I apparently had a doppelganger as well. He was only like 20 minutes away. Happened to be of Hispanic descent. Whatever. But yeah, we looked very, very similar, and it was weird. Did I catch that chipper? Oh, wait, I did not. Where was it? Put a link out there to put the link out there again. I think you shared a link earlier. Oh wait, I found it. This is how the start picks up limbs and such. Oh, we have a wood chipper talking about the Epstein stuff, guys. Oh wait. We're gonna watch this clip first. We're gonna watch this clip from Julian Dory first, and then we're gonna watch the clip that Sanglin has shared about a wood chipper. This isn't technically a topic, but it kind of ties into the Clinton stuff, to the Epstein stuff. Julian Dory on the interwebs. Check him out. YouTube's probably going to copyright strike this. Whatever, YouTube. You do you.
2.5 or 3 million. I mean, they're in there, but did you see the chart of the years that they're really?
Yeah. The stuff that's not in there in the Epstein files just happens to be a very important time in our history.
Missing from? Can we pull up that tweet, Thief? Just so people can see this. I have to rethink everything. I have to rethink things that in the past I would have said were, I feel okay about this take. And now I have to look at it and say, Julian, that was a ice cold, scalding ice cold, if you will, take. And this is just one of these things. Like, it is what it is. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. This is a data dump. I'm going to simplify this for you, John, because there's some more specific details here, but it is showing basically, like, if you will, a percentage of data sets from the Epstein files that are presented over the years. And we can see that there is a massive gap and basically like you in the chart, if you will, between the years of 1999 to 2001, when, among other things, you had the tech bubble blow up. You had, I believe that's 99 is when the Lewinsky impeachment trial's happening. You have the election of 2000.
Very convenient time for them to not have any files there, huh? Very, very, very fucking convenient.
The highly contested election of 2000, John Kiriakou.
Oh, yeah.
Where I don't know, someone Google this for me, but I think there was a big point of contention in Palm.
John Kiriakou is either current or former CIA. I think he's former CIA, but also Fed.
Palm Beach County.
Just because he's a Fed doesn't mean he doesn't have good information. Could be information distributed maliciously. Who knows? I don't know.
As it pertains to that election, and that's where one Jeffrey Epstein did happen to reside. Just looking at some things here.
Yep.
And then in 2001, you have the worst terrorist attack in United States history in New York and D.C. and in the skies over that fell over Pennsylvania with United 93. And suddenly all these files are missing. But, John, we did get an email from 2003 that slipped through the cracks.
Really?
Oh, you haven't seen this one?
No, I haven't seen it.
So there's an email.
Now, we watched the State of the Union the other day, Sertorius.
Boom. He's got it. He's all over it. So this is from 2003. Someone named Ed Epstein sends an email to one GMAX, Ghislaine Maxwell, saying any interest in being on the Shadow Commission on 9/11, the membership list is secret.
I know,
She responds, thanks for the invite. Unfortunately, I cannot be on the Shadow Commission.
A Shadow Commission.
Like, I've heard about the Shadow Commissions. I've heard about such things. But when it's just kind of like, I didn't want to be right about stuff like this. And I know a lot of people that were in the, the tinfoil hat shit, the conspiracy theory stuff. Oh, by the way, we're $15 away from Fancy Hat Goal. Ooh, Illuminable time, maybe. I'm not happy that this stuff is coming to fruition. I mean, there's a bit of schadenfreude, I suppose, with the people that are like, oh, you guys were idiots, or you guys are just nut jobs, conspiracy theorists. Use the slur that the CIA literally propagated. Like, they're the ones that were pushing the, discrediting people with that moniker. And, there's a little bit, I guess, but it's also just like, well, yeah. Majestic 12 is also real. I feel like I have heard about that, but I don't know a lot about it, so I don't want to talk about it.
It takes my breath away.
Not Jared's.
Oh my God. This should be the banner headline.
That was a Diamonds joke.
What do you make of that?
I don't even know what to say. I mean, nobody believes what the 9/11 Commission concluded anyway.
That's right.
But the fact that there was a
Yep, Harry
shadow
Poe.
commission with a secret membership list, and Ghislaine Maxwell talked about it in 2003.
Why? That's what I want to know.
Why?
Good question.
And it's like,
oh, he knows.
This goes back to a compartmentalization thing too, John, because what we do have on the record that we know happened is somewhere, I think it was like July 6th, 2001, and maybe like August 11th. The dates might be slightly off. There are 2 meetings that occur at the White House, one of them with Condoleezza Rice, where CIA sent literally Tenet, Cofer Black, and some dudes who were still like Rich Blee, who's still, I think, undercover. I think that's a fake name if I remember correctly, where they tell them an attack's coming. So like when you look at the whole like, well, CIA definitely did this. CIA had a lot of incompetence because they didn't share information with FBI, and there's a lot of issues.
He's so close. He's so close. But no, it's not incompetence. They did that shit on purpose.
Issues there, and they deserve a ton of blame. But that was the one thing in this that was always like the canary in the coal mine for me, where I'm like, well, it couldn't have been that. Like they had the leadership warning about it. So
yeah.
Selva Sojourn and anybody who's getting into these files in depth, please take care of yourself. And yes, going and praying the rosary. I've got a rosary that I keep in my coat pocket that I will kind of go through the beads and say some of the prayers. I don't say the whole thing, but throughout the day, if I've got my coat with me, guard yourself, guard your soul, because it can be very heavy. So please take care of yourselves when you're encountering this darkness, this evil. Know that God is still there, and God's going to take care of these people. I think so.
They did.
Maybe it's the White House. I don't know. But there's also advanced knowledge that we know about from the Saudis who have always been covered up. And we know about with the 5 guys from Mossad in fucking Fort Lee who were videotaping the thing, who were sent back to Israel on November 6, 2001.
That's exactly right.
And I know a guy from the office that arrested them. And to this day, he wonders why the fuck they didn't get why the fuck. So when I see stuff like this, I'm like, how many countries are involved in this thing?
God, this is bad.
And is it even countries versus is it this trilateral elite just in general? Like everyone wants to just immediately say, it's Israel, it's Saudi Arabia, it's the CIA. How about all the above?
The intel agencies are the head of the snake, in my opinion. And it's interesting when you think about it, the head of the snake, right? The snake, information, intel. What did the snake in the Garden of Eden do? Information, knowledge to Eve. Interesting bit of a connection there. Maybe a little bit of wordplay. That's just where my brain went. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Aren't we all a little bit crazy? This will make you feel it. But it's okay. We'll be crazy together, guys.
Of who are working for all the above. Possible?
Possible. Yes. Yes. Incredible. Sickening, I think, is how what I first said when we sat down and started talking. This just makes me sick.
I think he knows more than
I don't even know what to do with them.
G-Max.
Redacted.
She must have BCC'd him, Jeffrey. Why would it be in the Epstein files? Why would it be on his computer?
I don't know.
What's the B stand for? Never heard BCC. I've heard, CC carbon copied. What's the B stand for?
She BCC'd him. The membership list is secret. She's not even... Was she an American at the time?
Did she ever become an American officially?
I don't know. I wonder.
Like we talk about this small group, you got the Commerce Secretary and Transition Chair who Ghislaine Maxwell is a naturalized American citizen. Born in France to British and French parents and raised in England, she moved to the United States in 1991 following her father's death. She holds triple citizenship, being a citizen of the U.S., UK, and France.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Can say that again.
Yeah.
I did not know that. So that's why Jesus is the Lamb of God and the devil is referred to as the snake. Lamb's blood has been used as antivenom to snake bites. I did not know that. That's fascinating. Thanks for sharing.
So,
but not Israel. How
not
interesting.
Israel. Yeah.
Man.
You have a guy like Lutnick who runs the transition team, is the commerce secretary.
And now there's pictures of Lutnick hanging out with Epstein on the island. I know he went, and apparently had his family with him. Lutnick should have resigned or been fired, but I think he might have a lot more control than we know.
Always in Trump's ear advising him.
Hate it.
Shares a wall with Jeffrey Epstein for technically 21 years, but he claims
Literally was his neighbor.
it was 14 because he didn't move in until 05. Who knows if even that's true. Openly lies on camera, just blood with this dramatic story about the first and last time I ever spent time with that man. And then he said, so I never dealt with him in business, socially, or even for philanthropy. And what he was really doing was remembering all the things he did deal with him on, because now we saw it on the emails of what it was. But the guy has, as of the time of this recording on Friday afternoon, he has not resigned yet. Still doing his job. And also we find out his sister was one of the founding members of the Terramar Project, which was like Ghislaine's post-Jeffrey conviction, post-Jeffrey's never going to fucking marry me project that she did, pet project that has something to do with the oceans that she did a fucking TED Talk on.
Oh my
It's
God.
like, what?
Terramar
Do these people just all like fuck each other?
They must.
Yes.
They must. I'm glad I don't know people like this.
You don't?
I don't. No. No. I would feel dirty all the time.
Well, there's a guy in the middle actually, John, we can't forget this. Did you see what Hillary Clinton said the other day?
Oh, no. What'd she say?
She said that they have... Can we play the video, Deef? I did it in my solo episode. It's coming out 2 days before this, but it's worth repeating. Because, again, we got the picture of Ghislaine in the row looking at Chelsea coming down the aisle at her wedding. We know about the 25 to 27 flights on the Lolita Express.
Yep.
We got images of Clinton all with Epstein. Obviously, the Clintons are their whole fucking thing as well on the side.
But Hillary said they never met.
That doesn't even have to do with Epstein. We know about the 18 known visits that happened to the White House. And yet, let's run it. Hillary Clinton says this when asked about the links between the Clintons and the Epsteins. And Epstein.
Regret the links.
She should be prosecuted for lying under oath. Never happens, though.
That there have been. You know, we have no links. We have a very clear record that we've been willing to talk about, which my husband has said. He took some rides on the airplane for his charitable work.
For charitable work.
I don't recall ever meeting him.
Did you ever meet Ghislaine Maxwell?
I did on a few occasions, and thousands of people go to the Clinton Global Initiative. So it to me is not something that is really at the heart of what this matter is about. They are accused, and in both cases were convicted of horrific crimes against girls and women. That should be the focus. And we are more than happy to say what we know, which is very limited and totally unrelated to their behavior or their crimes.
Your name was Charity.
And we want to do it in public because let's make this transparent. The survivors deserve that. The public deserves that. But
God.
Wow.
They just lie with straight faces.
The photos showing her with Epstein could prove that. Well, here's some of the little posts here. Report: Bill Clinton flew on disgraced donor jet 26 times. Jeffrey Epstein's access to the Clinton White House laid bare. Visitor logs reveal pedophile visited the former president at least 17 times, including a dozen in 1994 and twice in one day, on 3 separate occasions. And you're telling me that Hillary never met the man? They gotta have. Unsealed docs say Bill Clinton was on Pedophile Island with young girls and cite Epstein saying former president owed him a favor. Yeah, he gave a load to charity on that island. Indeed. Indeed. Oh, no. Everything is fake and gay, guys. Everything fake and gay. Fake and gay. Fag for short. With that, let's talk about some UFOs. Why not? Why not? UFOs, demons, I don't know what it is, guys. I don't know what it is. Oh my goodness, what just happened? We got ourselves another $5 Rumble rant, getting us to $40, $10 away from Fancy Hat Goal on a Thursday evening. Thank you so much for the generosity tonight, Harry Toe. Amazing. $10 away, guys. $10 away. I'm a Trump voter, and I think he's doing a good job, but he will never cut the head off the snake. We have a YouTube link. What do you got, Harry Toe? What do you got? Thank you. First of all, thank you so very, very, very much for that donation. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Makes me feel a certain type of way. Yeah. Happy crab. Appreciate you. Let's take a look at the link here in that donation. Conan the Barbarian clip. Why not? Let's see. It needs to happen. Yes, it does. Priority 1, the defagotization of America. Ancient families are the head of the snake. Yeah, I mean, you could argue that for sure. And I mean, they're involved in the intel, so let's take a look at this clip that Harry Toe wanted to share with you guys. What we got? Rest in peace, headphone users. Yeah. Oh shoot, I forgot. If it's downloaded into the queue on Studio, the audio is great. Only then, though. Beheading. Also, dude.
You, my children, are the water. They will wash away all that has gone before. In your hand, you hold my light, the gleam in the eye of Set. This flame will burn away the darkness, burn you the way to paradise.
Is that James Earl Jones? Is that James Earl Jones? That looks and kind of sounds like James Earl Jones. Guys, I've actually never watched I've never watched Conan the Barbarian. I've seen parts of each, the original and the remake. But I've never actually watched the whole movie Conan the Barbarian. Maybe we should do that one of these days. Have a Conan the Barbarian watch party. Ooh. That is Darth Vader. You're not my father. No, it can't be true.
My child, you have come to me.
He just said he's his kid. You're not my father. Stop it, you're lying.
My son. For who now is your father if it is not me?
What? Did this happen after Star Wars or before? I need to know.
Who gave you the will to live? I
Get
am
to
the
the chariot.
wellspring
Now.
which you flow. When I am gone,
smolder.
You will have never been. What will your world be without me? My son.
No. No, it can't be. This is after The Empire Strikes Back. Chop. That is a dull blade. Oh my god. Throw it down the steps. Yes. Slinky, Slinky. Everyone loves a Slinky. Go, Slinky, go! Dude was a beast. Thanks for sharing, Harry Toe. It's actually more realistic than in most movies. True. I mean, yeah, usually a sword. I mean, it depends on the sharpness of the sword, I suppose. But a broadsword probably would be a bit of hacking might be needed, I suppose. Great stuff. Great stuff. Guys, apparently, no blood, so realistic. There was a little bit of blood. At first, it all spurted out. It spurted out with that first hit. There was no more blood after that, Singland. What are you talking about? God. Come on. But, guys, with all the UFO file stuff, the UFO disclosure that apparently is coming, which, by the way, is not a distraction. Everybody who's saying, oh, it's just a distraction away from the Epstein stuff. I have enough mental real estate to contribute, okay, to both things. We can talk about the UFO stuff, the alien stuff, the possible extraterrestrial or other terrestrial, crypto-terrestrial maybe, stuff, and the Epstein stuff. Yes, we can hold pedophiles accountable and talk about interdimensional time-traveling beings. I think we're $10 away from Illuminable, guys. Actually, shoot, let me see here. Let's go ahead. So, apparently, though, people in the Pentagon, this is from International Business Times. Grain of salt needed with this story? Yes. Yes, indeed. UFO ultimate fuckover. Sometimes it feels like that. I'll be off on, it rolls downstairs. Alone or in pairs. It's log. It's big, it's heavy, it's wood. Is that a song? It's log. It's now it sounds like it's lump. For some reason, I have the Ents Lump song in my head. Nice. So apparently, people in the Pentagon are quite perturbed, pissed, some might say, with the UFO disclosure announcement. There was an interesting thing. Apparently, like 1 million or something documents were like just yeeted from some of the previous UFO disclosure stuff from the archives. It's back now. And there were backups, so at least there was that. But I guess maybe they weren't sure about that. Rest well, Chops ITMC. Thank you so much for hanging out here in the Dozer Den. Don't forget to share, red pill, repost, like, all the good things. Spread the word. Let the people know. Let's go ahead and take a look at this article here. Links to the articles are in the description, and the links to the Discord and the dozerden.locals.com. Trump faces a Pentagon revolt as demon fears stall UFO declassification bombshell. Insiders claim religious anxieties and interdimensional theories are slowing the release of the long-awaited UFO files. This is by Crisnell Longino. It was yesterday. President Donald Trump's pledge to pull back the curtain on America's deepest UFO secrets has reportedly hit unexpected turbulence, not from political rivals, but from within his own defense establishment. The way they spelled defense is telling. That is a foreigner. Officials are weighing how much the public should be told, with concerns ranging from national security to cultural and religious sensitivities. What began as a bold promise of transparency has now become a contested process. The outcome could determine whether July's planned disclosure is remembered as a turning point or a cautious half step. We don't want a half step. We want the full step. Trump orders release, but Pentagon urges caution. According to multiple insider claims, parts of the Pentagon, I'm going to click on that hyperlink here in a little bit. Parts of the Pentagon are pushing back against full declassification amid fears that the phenomenon may have demonic or even interdimensional implications. The result is a tense standoff that could shape how much the public is actually told. Trump recently directed officials to identify and prepare UFO and extraterrestrial related files for potential release. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth confirmed that the Pentagon is working on the directive and promised full compliance with the president's instructions. However, he also cautioned that the process would take time and should not be oversold. Behind the scenes, sources claim there is serious internal hesitation. Some officials reportedly fear that revealing certain findings could trigger public panic or religious upheaval. Others argue that the phenomenon is too poorly understood to be responsibly disclosed in full. You say that until one lands in your front yard, Sartorius. They're gonna probe your ass. Literally. While the administration maintains that declassification is under review, insiders suggest the scope of what will ultimately be released remains very much in flux. Claims of demonic and interdimensional links. The controversy intensified after filmmaker Mark Christopher Lee, known for exploring UFO themes in his film God vs. Aliens, claimed that a Washington source had warned of massive pushback within parts of the administration. According to these claims, some Pentagon figures believe the UFO phenomenon may be linked not to extraterrestrials but to interdimensional entities. For certain religious officials, that interpretation carries darker connotations, with fears that the phenomenon could be viewed as demonic. Such concerns are said to be particularly sensitive among evangelical communities where concepts such as the rapture and end times prophecy remain influential. The idea that official confirmation of non-human intelligence might intersect with biblical interpretation has reportedly made some officials wary. Maybe. The term interdimensional has also surfaced in discussions about unidentified aerial phenomenon. Some sources allege that evidence suggests certain craft do not fit a simple extraterrestrial model. Trump himself has described the issue as complex, a remark now being re-examined in the light of these reports. Send the aliens back? Yeah. What will actually be released? It's a good question. They're taking our jobs. Soon they'll investigate Barbie and Ken. You're just a hater. You're a hater of the foil hats. See you, Sartorius. Despite the drama, insiders caution that any upcoming disclosure may be more limited than some enthusiasts expect. I expect it's probably going to be a nothing burger. That's my thought. I think they're only going to release a little bit of what they know. They're not going to release everything. They're really not. It's going to be up to people leaking it to get all the stuff out, honestly. A planned speech on July 8th, 2026, marking the 79th anniversary of Roswell, is reportedly still on the calendar. However, sources suggest the focus will likely remain on more conventional sightings and previously acknowledged cases, such as military encounters with unusual craft. More controversial aspects, including alleged interdimensional theories and programs exploring consciousness and psionics, may remain classified for now. Online commentators are already predicting that the public will see little beyond material similar to previously released Navy footage. They could blow our minds. Who knows? It could be just Project Bluebeam. There is also debate about whether withholding information on religious grounds could raise constitutional concerns. Some critics argue that if officials are suppressing data because it intersects with beliefs about angels and demons, that could blur the line between state secrecy and religious influence. I mean, the Vatican's kind of admitted that they're open to the idea of, other beings. A press conference and growing pressure. Fuel has been added to the fire by claims that a new insider is preparing to speak at a press conference in Washington on May 1st, 2026. If that appearance goes ahead, it could increase pressure on the administration to clarify its position. For now, the Pentagon insists it is reviewing material in line with presidential orders, yet the reported internal resistance suggests that disclosure is not simply a matter of paperwork. It is a cultural and ideological battle as much as a bureaucratic one. Let's click on one of these links here. So, according to multiple insider claims, let's see where that takes us. Oh, it's going to X. Gotta be careful with that. Oh, from the UAP Reporting Center, which I do follow on the X machine. I think it's worth a follow. I do. Let's see. This is from a couple days ago, actually. Reports suggest there's internal pushback against President Trump's order to declassify UFO materials. Some Pentagon insiders allegedly believe the phenomenon could be linked to demons, and fear of full disclosure could trigger upheaval. New sources expected to come forward at a press conference on May 1st, 2026. It could be interesting. Could be. Are we scrolling? Maybe. Let's see. Let's take a look at this. Urgent update from Mark Christopher Lee, the king at the_king_of_UFO, February 21st, 2026. My Washington insider source has just updated me following President Trump's directive to release all alien/extraterrestrial. Why do you have to have alien/extraterrestrial? And that is interesting. If you look at his statement on True Social, the UFO/UAP, interesting that you have to have the distinction there. And why do you need a distinction between alien/and extraterrestrial? That's yeah, just pull the Band-Aid off. Just get it out there. I think most of us have probably had enough predictive programming that we're probably going to be fine. There's a couple people that brains will break, I suppose, but whatever. There's massive pushback inside the administration and parts of the Pentagon. Some believe the UFO phenomenon is linked to demons and should be left alone. They're terrified of telling the public. How would people react if they were told this? Especially evangelicals waiting for the second coming, end times, and rapture. This could be seen as biblical prophecy unfolding. My source says there is evidence that some UAPs are interdimensional rather than extraterrestrial. This may be why Trump called these matters complex. The July 8th, 2026 speech, 79th Roswell anniversary, is still planned to confirm visitation and recovered evidence, but it will likely stick to more conventional UFO sightings and Roswell. The truly weird/interdimensional aspect won't be released to the public just yet. This ties directly into my 2024 film, God vs. Aliens, on Tubi. Fuck, we might as well watch that shit. God vs. Aliens. God vs. Aliens. On Tubi. Nice. What is up, Neuro? Good to see you. Let's see. They could try out an alien right in front of me, and I wouldn't change my faith at all. Exactly. You'd say, "Yep, demons." Yeah, that's why I don't think that most are going to be having an. Oh, did we get a raid? Did we really get a raid? Good Logic has raided this episode of the Dozer Den. Welcome, diggers, and thanks to Neuro. Appreciate you, bud. Mod King in the chat. Gotta check out Good Logic, my favorite Jew on the interwebs, Joe Neerman. You love to see it. Welcome in, diggers. We're digging our way through some of the UFO stuff. Appreciate each and every one of you that is tunneling your way here into the Dozer Den. What's up, NASCARMO? Good to see you. Guys, hi there. I'm Bill Dozer. Nice to see you. If you didn't know, you should really follow this channel. Okay, you should follow this channel and the user profile, BillDozer74. If you didn't know, I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9 p.m. Central. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, we do about 3 to 4 news topics with palate cleansers sprinkled about to break up the monotony because you got to every now and then. Saturday streams, it's a hangout stream, a chill stream, a decompressed stream from all the bull crap. Because you got to do that sometimes, guys. You got to. And of course, we might have 1 or 2 topics officially on Saturday evenings. But for the most part, we take music video requests for the Dozer Den DJ Hour, where you can rock out with your cock out, jam out with your clam out. Those are the only 2 options. If you are intersex, I ask that you please pick a fucking lane. Okay? There's only 2. Thanks to John Titor for that graphic. You love it. Look at that. Angry Killdozer. Great job, man. Appreciate you. What's up, Uzillion? They released it already? The Alien Files? I don't know about that. I don't know. But guys, don't forget to smash the like button. It's a very, very important button that you can smash for free. You can repost this stream here on Rumble. You can comment in the comment section, follow the channel, all the things. Spread the word so that we may welcome more Killdozers here into the Dozer Den. Killdozer army must grow. Currently metaphorical. Probably going to stay that way. Bill Dozer talks about boring politics and awesome UFO stuff. It is all over the place. And by the way, we are $10 away from Fancy Hat Goal. Any stream we do here in the Dozer Den, if we hit $50 worth of donations, I'll put on a fancy hat. Sometimes it is the Illuminable. That's right. The tinfoil hat, when turned sideways, 100% aluminum foil. But we also have, you know, a hat like macaroni, because if you put a feather in your cap, you call it macaroni. The Patriot hat, a faux tricorn hat that Lady Dozer fashioned for me out of a hat from Walmart. She's crafty, and I appreciate that. Speaking of crafty Lady Dozer, when we hit $100 worth of donations, or I might change it to $75 worth of donations on any stream, we have shades. That's right, the shade skull. It's bedazzled with super glue. Her finger got stuck to these glasses, guys. It's part. She's a little part of her is always with me now. And I have actually, I went to Buc-ee's for the first time after a funeral on Monday in Springfield, Missouri. And I got a thing that we might move into the rotation, that if we hit $100 worth of donations on Saturday streams, I might put on the Bucky beaver outfit. That's right. It was $24. I spent money on it. It has a beaver tail. I'm okay with this because I'm an entertainer. I'm an entertainer at heart. Information, entertainment, infotainment, some may say. It's the name of the game here in the Dozer Den. We talk about stuff and things. Stuff and things. I look badass in a bowler hat. Oh, wait, I actually have... it's not a bowler hat, I don't think. Let me see. I've got this hat. This is one of the other hats that we have that I don't pull out very often, but I do have this hat. I don't know what you would call that. Like a fedora-style hat? I'm a man of many hats, guys. A man of many hats. Bobble Trump is the co-host. He has a foil hat as well. We match. We're Twinkies. Good to see you, Freedom Butterfly. Thanks for popping in. The Bucky PJ. Yeah. It's pretty awesome. The more money, the gayer he dresses. It's only worth it. Yes, indeed. Saturday streams, we go a good long while, by the way. Bowler hat. I'm going to have to look into that. It's an idea. All right, let's get back into the UFO stuff, guys. We're talking about some UFO stuff. Oh, darn. Wrong one. There we go. We had this piece. Let me finish reading through this. We'll go ahead and start over from Mark Christopher Lee, and we are going to probably have to watch this, do maybe a watch party of this movie. It's on Tubi TV. Urgent update from Mark Christopher Lee on X at _king_of_UFO. February 21st, 2026. My Washington insider source has just updated me following President Trump's directive to release all alien/extraterrestrial and UFO files. There's a massive pushback inside the administration and parts of the Pentagon. Some believe the UFO phenomenon is linked to demons and should be left alone. They're terrified of telling the public. How would people react if they were told this? Especially evangelicals waiting for the second coming, end times, and rapture. This could be seen as a biblical prophecy unfolding. My source says there is evidence some UAPs are interdimensional rather than extraterrestrial. So maybe that's why there's the alien extraterrestrial distinction there. This may be why Trump called these matters complex. The July 8th, 2026 speech, 79th Roswell anniversary, is still planned to confirm visitation and recovered evidence, but it will likely stick to more conventional UFO sightings and Roswell. The truly weird/interdimensional aspect won't be released to the public just yet. This ties directly into my 2024 film, God vs. Aliens on Tubi, where I explored the idea that UFOs could be demonic/interdimensional. Interdimensional time travel and aliens. Turning the freaking frogs gay. That film brought me to the attention of evangelical Christians in the U.S. and sources inside Washington. It also covered the alleged Collins elite, the secret group said to control the UFO agenda and insist the demonic origins must be hidden from the public. What my source is reporting now validates everything I investigated. The resistance is, you got to be careful with that. If it's confirmation bias, you might need to check it. Just saying. The resistance is real, but the truth is unstoppable. My source is still set to come forward at the formal press conference on May 1st, 2026 in Washington, D.C. The momentum is building. Disclosure is happening faster than anyone predicted. Stay tuned. The Collins Elite. Have you guys ever heard of the Collins Elite? I have never heard of the Collins Elite. What is that about? We're saying it's a Trojan horse. Interesting. Nuke the aliens. What if they're nice? What if they're already here? Who knows? I don't know. They can be interdimensional and aliens and don't have to be demons. True. I would agree. Nice over there on Build.net. By the way, I am on X at Bulldozer74 __, Rumble, Bulldozer74, and the Dozer Den. The dozerden.locals.com is free to follow. You do have to pay $5 a month to participate in the live chat, comment on the post that I may post there, and to post things that you find interesting, and you get all the benefits of a Rumble subscription, which are your name lit up in the most beautiful shade of MAGA red. That's right, you'll catch a Rumble rash. It oozes patriotism, and the only treatment is more America. That's right. Some people say you shouldn't spread rashes. No. Hit that red present button. Spread the rash. Spread it around. It's a good time. Ah, no. He lost his hat. Back on. There we go. UFB's unidentified farking bullshit. Sartorius is not a fan. Not a fan at all. I'm going to check into the Collins Elite really quick. We're going to do some quick on the fly research. Collins Elite. I've never heard of this. So what is it about? Let me see if I can find something that's actually worth reading. There's some YouTube stuff, some stuff I've never heard of. Elite Daily. 7 out of 10 Trump impression. Yeah, you know, I got a little bit of post-nasal drip going on right now. I do. I was sipping on my Rooibos tea from BuiltOnUSA.com earlier. We already finished it quite early in the stream. This is one of the bluey cups that I got for Lady Dozer for Valentine's Day. That's right. We got matching ones. Hers is actually, I think I have hers. The blue one is in the sink. So, oh God, that's awful. Horrible imagery there, Freedom Butterfly. Interdimensional beings will rip your balls off and play hacky sack with them. No, we don't need that. What's up, Duck Fat? Good to see you. With a slap of that peach. Every now and then you got to slap that peach, and sometimes you make them count just to drive the point home. Guys, that's one of the emotes that you will get when you subscribe to Bulldozer74 for a measly $5 a month, or when you get gifted a sub. Some people like to shower the chat with their love, like Harry Toe did earlier, gifting 5 subs to this episode. And it was lovely. Lovely to light the chat up. A lovely, lovely shade of MAGA red. Neuro with a Harry Toe with a and Freedom Butterfly with a very nice. Very nice. Thank you, guys. The emotes, I'm glad you guys have fun with them. That's the point. Some are animated, some are not. Hopefully all kind of entertaining. That's the point, guys. That's the point. Want a little bit of information, entertainment. Let's check out Journal News. Take it with a grain of salt. That's all I'm going to say. Interesting imagery here. By Nick Redfern, July 29th, 2021. So this is 5 years ago. We're getting into the woo-woo stuff. Sometimes at the end of the streams, our last topic happens to be a bit of a woo-woo topic, guys. That's right, the dozerden.locals.com. I need to get more active there. I can only stream for 30 minutes there, live stream. But I do have a chat open all the time. So for anybody that wants it, it is there. One of the most free speech live chats on the interweb. Just no genitalia, no threats of ending people. That's about it. The Collins Elite. What in the hell? Question mark. Exclamation point. UFOs, demons, and putting the picture straight. By Nick Redfern. Over the last few weeks, I've seen a lot of debate online about the Collins Elite. I've seen a lot of lies and bullshit written about that group, the group too. For those who may not know, it's a group of people who, over a number of decades, have investigated the UFO subject and who have concluded that the UFO phenomenon is demonic rather than extraterrestrial. As the person who broke the story with a full-length book on the subject of final events, it's about time for me to put the facts straight. Actually, I've done that on several occasions already. It's quite sassy. But the facts have clearly gone over the heads of some, or they prefer to ignore the facts. Let's begin with how I learned of the Collins Elite. On January 22nd, 2007, I did an interview with priest and ufologist Ray Boich. I did see that, Freedom Butterfly. Very good. Yeah, the president of the WEF stepped down. Oh, it literally was. He stepped down because of the Epstein ties, thanks to the Epstein Files Transparency Act that Massey and Rokana put through. And that establishment individuals and forces tried to stop from going through. So, yeah, I'm not happy that, we were correct about some of these things, but I'm glad to see some accountability somewhere. I would like to see more of that here. Other countries are getting after it. Let's see some people, meet due process. Meet an end after due process is played out. What's up, Dominion After Dark? Good to see you. Let's see. We chatted for a long time, and during the conversation, Ray told me an account of how he'd come across a group of people in the U.S. government who had bought into the aliens are really demonic theory. A few days later, Ray told me the full story of how he had been approached by 2 employees of the U.S. Department of Defense. They were looking for Ray's help, guidance, and advice on the UFO / demons issue. Ray continued to me, I think he meant to say conveyed to me, that on an unclear number of times, the group had tried to contact what they called non-human entities. So this is not a new term. We're talking about things that many of those in the UFO research field would call aliens. Ray added the following to me. Both men were physicists. I'd guess they were probably in their early to mid 50s, and they were in real moral dilemma. Both of them were Christians and were working on a Department of Defense project that involved trying to contact the NHEs. In fact, this was described to me as an obsessive effort. And part of this effort was to try and control the NHEs and use their powers in military weapons applications and in intelligence areas, such as remote viewing and psychotronic weapons. Psychotronic, that's a fun sounding word. What's up, spicy sophisms? Good to see you. This will help to sleep to know the demon aliens are planning invasion. Or whatever. Exactly. This is interesting. And again, some of this is just for the entertainment information as well, though. So I mean, take a grain of salt. Some of the take some of these claims with a quite decent sized grain of salt for sure. Still fun to talk about and think about. Let's see. They came to believe that the NHEs, non-human entities, were not extraterrestrial at all. They believed they were some sort of demonic entities, and that regardless of how benevolent or beneficial any of the contact they had with these entities seemed to be, it always ended up being tainted, for lack of a better term, with something that ultimately turned out to be bad. There was ultimately nothing positive from the interaction with the NHE entities. That's redundant. Non-human entities. Come on, dude. You wrote a book. They felt it really fell more under the category of some vast spiritual deception instead of UFOs and aliens. The story went further. There were bizarre runs of bad luck in the program. People fell sick, others died. Indeed, Ray was shown photos of 3 people who died in what was assumed to have been attempts to contact the NHEs, or maybe the photos related to those military weapons applications. I can't be sure. Neither could Ray. He told me more apart from a couple things he preferred not to discuss. I was able to dig further into all of this in an odd and somewhat convoluted way. One day, I'll expand on that. Oh, you tease. What I will say is that it took me to the next level. Oh, he's on a whole nother level. I was soon put in touch with a few people from the Collins elite. It was a name, I should stress, that Ray had never heard of. It was me who learned of the name. Shouldn't it be it was I who learned of the name? Or rather, of the nickname. With many people having misunderstood the origins of the title of the group, it's time, again, to put things straight, not gay, for those who aren't aware of the facts. As one of the guys in the group described it to me, and as I put it in my book, the name Collins Elite was an informal name we chose. The reason why things were unofficial was very simple. The Collins Elite was not and never has been a huge organization like the CIA, the NSA, DIA, or FBI, and so on. They began as a group of people who worked in the military intelligence communities, but who had pre-existing jobs in government, most of them in Washington, D.C. In other words, and in the early times, there was an unofficial name for an official group run by people that only got together whenever they could and when their regular government jobs didn't get in the way. The Collins Elite was in that unofficial state for years. For example, at one point, there was less than 10 people who would meet up now and again. In the 1980s, the figures were only around the low dozens. Now, let's go further. Eventually, things became official. Money was thrown their way, and things began to change. Really? Well, that's a ominous drawing there. Tant, what have you done? Exactly. Have you ever read The Return of the Dragon by Lewis Holton? No, I have not. Play the opening 1970 Q TV show. Oh, dang, I was supposed to play something earlier. It was about wood chippers, guys. Wood chippers. We'll play it here in a minute. Let me pull that up really quick here, Sertorius. I think we played this before. Let me see how much I've got left of this this read through, and we'll play that. Let me see. Oh, the Pentagon's involved. There we go. Let's go ahead and finish this out, and then we'll play that, Sertorius. Thanks for sharing. It turned out there were more than a few people in the U.S. government who believed in the demonic UFO issue, even though they weren't attached to the Collins elite in its new state. And as a result, the time finally came when what began as the closest thing you could call to an unofficial, to an official hobby became something more. The numbers of people in the group grew in the 1990s. That's when the people Ray Bosch met surfaced out of the Pentagon. By then, much of the work of the group quietly involved briefing senators and congressmen about the demonic theory. Those same congressmen and senators gravitated towards what the Collins elite were saying. Some in the Collins elite got their hands on centuries-old books and on demonology, something that led one of the members to write a lengthy document on the parallels between today's ufology and ancient demonology. Although I have never seen it or read it, I should stress, this guy says, a small amount of funding was provided to address the theory that alien abductions, sleep paralysis, incubus, and succubus were all interconnected. Corkboard with the red lines, guys. Nothing new there, of course, but still interesting that such things should have been addressed by elements of the U.S. government. Crop circles got into it at some point in the 90s too, but I know very little of where that led. Pentagon, last topic here. Oh my goodness. Thank you very, very much for that $1 Rumble rant. Get us to $41, $9 away from Fancy Hat Goal on a Thursday evening. Bill Dozer, this is so you can get some glyphosate for your back and shoulder hair. Thank you for turning the chat blue. Guys, did you know that when the chat goes blue, there's something that we must do? We must play one of the blue sounds. I have many. But we'll go with Piper Alley. Why not? Piper Alley with the blue bagpipes. And my goodness gracious, Harry Toe has donated $10, getting us to $51 on the night. Fancy Hat Goal has been achieved. My goodness gracious, absolutely freaking amazing. Got us there, and he wants the Burger King hat. You got it, good sir. Thank you very, very much for turning the chat a lovely, lovely shade of gold. And I do love gold, guys. I do love gold. Thank you so much for the support. Don't deserve it, but I sure do appreciate it. I do love gold. And not gonna lie, we already played it earlier, but I'm gonna play it again. One of my favorite clips, guys. So we're talking about gold. We're talking about getting to the Fancy Hat Goal. Jews in space.
C. Jews in space.
We're Jews out in space. We're zooming along, protecting the Hebrew race. We're Jews out in space. If trouble appears, we'll put it right back in its place. When Goyim attack us, we'll give them a smack, we'll slap them right back in the face.
Mel Brooks. Hilarious. Harry Toe saying, my understanding is that if you travel to a planet 1,000 light years away at the speed of light, it would be instant. But 1,000 years would have passed on Earth. Other dimensions or time travel needed. Or, the whole, distance between 2 points kind of thing. Do a napkin here. So, straight line. Usually the quickest way to get from, point A to point B. But if you fold, well, look at that. Those two points. Poke it through. Boom. Hole. Wormhole. Yeah. I think that, yeah, interdimensional or time travel needed, or, hell, think about it. It would be instant there. Gosh, it's so crazy when you get into the physics discussion on that. Hell, Interstellar, the movie with Matthew McConaughey. Great movie. Bit of a mind fuck, but definitely worth watching and demonstrates that. So, still the same thing. Time is still the thing. Yes. It's interesting. And then Anna Paulina Luna, beautiful lady, beautiful mind. Just happens to post after they talk about the UFO alien disclosure, happens to just start talking about post no words, no statement with it at all, just a graphic of a wormhole. Huh. Interesting. But if you can fold time, then you don't have to worry about the whole people aging where you left. I think that's how it would work. I don't know though. Interstellar is a great movie. Freaking great. Some people don't like it. I think it's fantastic. I think it's a masterpiece. And it's Hans Zimmer, I think, that does the musical score for that movie, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's Hans Zimmer. Very good. Harry Toe saying, Selva is saying to Harry Toe, not necessarily. Time is relative depending on what part of the galaxy you're in. 5 years could pass in one part for you, but only minutes on Earth. Time is wild. I think time is way more fluid than we think. Hell, freaking I've mentioned this before that I think deja vu, like okay, time travel might not be possible for the physical body, but your consciousness is abstract, right? So why does your consciousness need to be shackled by the rules of physics, right? When you look at deja vu, when it's almost like you're experiencing it for the second time, maybe your consciousness has traveled to a time in the future and your physical body is just catching up to it. That's a thought. I had this thought one night listening to Coast to Coast AM like 10 years ago in a place in a place called downtown Cape Girardeau, where there were drug fiends skittering about at like 3 a.m. Why? I don't know why I was up at that time. Actually, I do. I had just gotten off work. But yeah, really interesting stuff. Really just mind-blowing ways that you could approach some of these topics. Dominion says there's archaeological indications of crop circles much further back in time, but most might have been from geological causes. They can't be sure. It's interesting. Spicy sophisms saying most cases of deja vu involve only the sensation of experiencing it for the second time and often do not involve access to knowledge. I love nerding out. Let's go. I would disagree a little bit. I think the knowledge can be present with deja vu. I know I've had instances of deja vu where I literally was like, that's about to happen. Like this, like as the sensation is there, that numbing kind of sensation in your frontal lobe. Has anyone else ever experienced that? Where it's like you're just kind of dizzy with it, but like you're like, okay, this is going to happen. Then that color truck is going to be right there, and that guy wearing that is going to be getting out of that. I've had that happen multiple times, and it's like, fuck, I've seen this before. I've lived this. I've literally looked at my brother or my wife and been like, hey, that actually this and this is actually about to happen. And I remember having this conversation that I'm having right now with you, literally. Like, I don't know. It's cool stuff. Let's get back into this. We've got the Pentagon, the conclusion to this guy's post. Redfern. In conclusion, let's see what we have here. We have a group that came up, this is about the Collins Elite, by the way, came up with a name that was actually just a nickname and not an official U.S. government title. A group that in the early times spent a lot of their quote-unquote demonic work together after the 9-to-5 day was over. A group that finally got regular funding, but that was certainly nowhere near getting the kinds of budgets that the likes of the NSA and the CIA get every year, and a group that some people in government were totally up for, while others in government wanted it to be completely shut down. And because of fear of where all of this might lead, we're talking about a combination of a dangerous, deadly Trojan's horse mixed with a Pandora's box. Oh no, the horse in the box type scenario. And with the NHEs getting their grips into us. So yes, there really was a secret group in the US government that investigated demonic phenomena in relation to UFOs. There still is such a body. Its conclusions remain as they have always been, belief driven, and it largely, but not exclusively, talks to those who agree with their theories. But any over-the-top claims of a huge Dr. Evil style underground base with freaking lasers in their freaking heads, of thousands of employees, and of billions of dollars being used to fight the devil and his minions should be completely dismissed. Well, that's a little bit much. They're total nonsense. At the end of the day, the Collins Elite is just one of many pretty small and totally bizarre groups that the government throws money to now and again. On some occasions, those groups become visible to the public and the media. After all, we've seen the government's UFO revelations over the past few years. On other occasions, however, the answers and the group have to be dug out. That's what I did, and the Collins Elite is what I found. Huh. But there are deep underground military bases, so this guy was wrong. There are deep underground military bases, so that I think he was correct on some things and a little bit off on some other things. Interesting, nonetheless, very interesting. Sanglant, we were talking about the Epstein stuff and pedophiles and what should be done to them after due process, of course. Sanglant shared this, guys. Shared this. How to start and run a commercial wood chipper. ASMR of justice. This is good. This is good. The hum of the wood chipper. Very good, guys. Very good. Yeah, there we go. What we need. A little bit. Get in there. Feet first, guys. Feet first every time. I need one of those. Like literally for like clearing. I got stuff I gotta get out. It's therapeutic. Thanks, Sanglant. Appreciate you. And I did forget. Sertorius asked to play this. We were talking about UFO stuff, guys. We're talking about UFO stuff. So let's do the Gary Anderson's UFO 1970 opening titles. Something Sertorius wanted to play. I'm open to suggestions from the audience, guys. I am. It's about you guys. You amazing Gildozers here in the Dozer Den. Ooh, purple hair. Yeah, it's a good outfit. That skin tight, shiny metallic does something for some people. Harry Toe says, as a tree climber for a decade, that dipshit could grab that whole pile and throw it into the chipper. I'd fire him. Maybe he was just milking it. Milking it for the video, man. It's good stuff, though. I do have logs I need to cut up in the backyard. Might make that a stream, one of the premium streams, possibly, because I am in the premium Rumble Creator Program. So if you do want Rumble Premium, you can click that red Get Premium button down there if you want. Helps me out from what they've told me. Smashing the like button does help as well. Following the channel, very, very helpful. 22 likes, 23 including myself. Because if you're not liking your own show, what are you doing? Guys, I see 45 people watching. And if you could please, if you could ever so kindly entertain a very, very simple idea. The action of finding it within your heart to Hulk smash the like button. I really would appreciate it. Just saying, guys. Let's do a quick refresh. I'm gonna shout out you commenters, reposters, and followers of the stream. If we had new followers, V-Sync with the follow, thank you very much. Silva Sojourn with the repost, NASCARMO with a follow, Neurodivergent 1 with a repost as well, and then of course we had Harry Toe 2, Entropy Nomad, and Laura Blaze with a repost. Guys, reposting this stream here on Rumble is very, very helpful. Helps the channel grow, because anytime that you repost on Rumble, anybody that follows you is going to be able to see that, and it goes in a repost tab on the front page of Rumble. So, appreciate you guys that are doing very free things to support the channel. If you didn't know, you could Rumble rant, you could shower the chat with your love by gifting subs, or spray the chat with your love, whatever verb you want to use. I'm not going to judge you. We talk about stuff and things here in the Dozer Den, stuff and things. You can also do Venmo or Cash App if you want to donate directly to the Dozer Den household. There's 2 QR codes. Cash App, Venmo. If you want to do that, you can. You don't have to, though. I do appreciate each and every one of y'all who support this channel in whatever way you can do so. What's up, Crazy Duck Lady? Good to see you. Just in number 24. Thank you very much for that, Crazy Duck Lady. Appreciate that. Ooh, we're up to 26 likes, including myself. Look at that. You guys are doing what you were asked to do. It's amazing. I appreciate that. Let's see. I've got a couple more things on the X machine. We're kind of towards the end of the stream, but I do have a few things. Did you guys see that apparently Christy Gnome had her stuff hacked? Like, her own people had bugged her devices when she came in as the DHS secretary. The fact that how's my bedroom so clean? Well, you see my side, but apparently her stuff was getting she had some bugs, and not bed bugs, not fleas, not roaches. No, tech bugs.
Came into this office, it was, Elon and his team were extremely helpful to me. They helped me identify that some of my own employees in my department had downloaded software on my phone and my laptop to spy on me.
And why haven't they been prosecuted?
Stop it. To record our meetings. Wow. They had done that to several of the politicals. Wow. And so we ended up bringing in people, and that was something that if you didn't have those technology experts here in the department looking at all of our laptops and our phones and recognize.
I think that's why they switched out the desk in the Oval Office, guys. They absolutely, I think that they were working on the desk. They were debugging that fucker. Trump came in, that thing was bugged to high heaven. Almost guarantee it.
That kind of software, it would still be happening today.
What happened to the individual that was, you know, had your phone that was being spied on? What happened to those individuals?
Fired. Brought in, polygraphed, fired. Yes, many of them out of that arm of the department that are in charge of security on laptops, phones. Also, you know,
you think that's enough?
We had to.
You think
We have to
that's
sweep
enough?
my office on a regular basis to make sure that there's not listening devices in it.
Well, sweeping is important. You got to keep your office clean.
It's very it was very prevalent, and I think that what happened at this department was individuals had gotten away with for years spying on people who were politically appointed and trying to stop an administration that was coming in and trying to fix this country and keep us safe.
The deep state has roots that do go deep. I would say, yeah, I agree with you, Harry Toe. Elon is very important. The fact that people were trying to force him out is telling. And it really sucks that it worked for a little bit, but it sounds like, and it looks like maybe Elon is getting back into the good graces of the Trump administration, or at least Trump. I do see that this administration does have nefarious influence. Just like the last one, not as bad as the last administration. It's not as bad as the last administration, but it is still there. And there are neocons and there are establishment shills that have been able to influence this administration. So, yeah, that was Patrick Bet David, PBJ. Yeah. PBD. It was. Let's see here. Oh, Silence Woman. She, not gonna lie, her plastic surgeon did a good job. Some people that might not like that look. I think that was a classy upgrade for Kristi Noem. I'm okay with it. I'll allow it because it's definitely up to me. The J is relative. Man. Let's see. This is not something we're going to cover tonight because there's a lot to this one, but J.B. Pritzker apparently is involved in a bit of a scandal. Bombshell dossier details sweeping corruption by Illinois Democrat J.B. Pritzker, including quid pro quo deals, fraud, lawfare, bankrolling a convicted felon, ignoring child abuse reports, and ties to the Epstein family. Yeah. I think one of the Pritzkers resigned, didn't they? Like one of his sisters or brothers or something. I don't remember for sure, but yeah. She's hot for 60 years old, too skinny. She could be a little thicker. Nothing wrong with a little bit extra to hold on to. BJ Prickster Sartorius. It's about right. You wonder how long some of those bugs have been there, especially in the Oval Office. Yeah. Clinton wasn't the only one spreading bugs in the office. It's not right. I should be ashamed of myself, but I'm not. Let's see. Let me actually check out the X machine really quick to see if anything dramatic has been going on since we've been streaming. Oh, we have alien stuff. We have more alien stuff. Bizarre series of lights silently moving below the clouds over Saskatoon tonight. If it'll load. There it is. Oh, shoot. Well, this is cool. Since we were talking about UFOs, guys. Might as well. Check this out. Sound is circle drive, not the aircraft. So the sound is not the aircraft. Check it out. Oh, there's multiple. Oh, that's a lot. That could be flares. If it's getting dropped that inconsistently, unless they're moving on their own. Okay, they are. I've seen some orb stuff like that, guys. I recorded it, but it's on an iPhone at night, so it kind of sucks. But yeah, they would kind of, if they're moving, I want to see a longer video. Why isn't there a longer video? My God. Just posted to TikTok or something. Let's look at the comments. What are you talking about? Mario in the Fall, quantum immortality. Let's see if they have more videos in the comments. Yeah. Oh my God, it's our turn. Let me see. Let me get rid of this really quick. I think those are tracers, maybe. Crazy Duckling. Aliens! Tracers. Drones. And the thing is, the drones might not be, our own. Who knows? The ones that I've seen have been interesting. I don't know what they are. I just don't. And that's the thing. It's unidentified. It's flying. It's an object. Oh, we have 2 people watching on YouTube. Oh, hello. Follow the channel over there on YouTube, guys. Say hi in the chat if you want. Sertorius. Galians. Oh, Sam Duty over there. Hey, buddy. Gotta get you a TV that gets the Someone's saying they posted a thing about cbc.ca about drones. Yeah, I don't know. They're interesting. Oh, apparently there's a little bit. Is it the Chinese New Year right now? That could be lanterns. Could be. I don't know. Well, that comment section is kind of muddying the waters. I don't know. Yeah, hi to the YouTube folks. Oh, bye. It is over 3 hours. It is midnight. I have work in the morning, guys. That's right. Harry Toe over there, too. Number 3. Bam. Who's the other person? There's 3 people watching. Say hi in the chat. Smash the like button over there on YouTube. By the way, you can follow me on YouTube if you want. I have like 60 subscribers. It used to be 62, but we're losing numbers. Every now and then I post shorts. The shorts do pretty well. I've had a short get 12,000 views. But the live streams, YouTube doesn't want me. So I am very, very comfortable with all the how warm the waters are here on Rumble, on Pilled.net, on X. We get, and BitChute. I post to BitChute too. So let me check on the BitChute chat. Nobody's over there tonight. No bots over there in the BitChute chat. Usually the people that watch or that participate in the live chat on BitChute are robots. Maybe that's what the viewers are too. I don't know. Chinese New Year was 10 days ago. Is it one day or does it start and then end on like the 3rd? I don't know. Don't know. But all right, guys, we are going to go ahead and you just got here at the house. It's my phone and TV. Nice. Appreciate you. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I haven't done an ad read in a while. Should I do an ad read? It's the ones that are getting... Oh, what is this? Rumble Wallet ad read for $1.26? What? Oh, let's do it. Guys, Rumble Wallet, revolutionary move by Rumble in my opinion. Did you know they can freeze your accounts, shut off your cards, lock you out of your own money overnight? Banks don't protect you, they control you. That's why real financial freedom starts with ownership. Introducing Rumble Wallet, a non-custodial wallet built for people who refuse to give up control. With Rumble Wallet, you don't just buy digital currency like Bitcoin and Tether. You can own Tether Gold, real gold on the blockchain. Through Tether Gold, you get direct ownership of physical gold bars that you could hold in the palm of your hand. Each one fully allocated, verifiable by serial number, purity, and weight. This isn't paper gold. This isn't an IOU. This is real gold without bank vaults, storage fees, or gatekeepers. You can buy, sell, or move it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even when traditional gold markets are closed. And if you want, Tether Gold can be redeemed for physical gold. That's power in the palm of your hands. And when you support creators on Rumble, you can tip them directly using Rumble Wallet, peer-to-peer, and outside the banking systems. No permissions, no middlemen, no cancel buttons to push. This wallet is yours forever. Check it out, guys. Rumble Wallet. Download it on your devices, and you can tip any time of the day that you want, not just during a live stream. That's right, guys. Check out Rumble Wallet. I think it's pretty impressive. Cool idea. And big things happening for Rumble, in my opinion. Check it out. Rumble Wallet. Did you guys like that? Did you guys like that? Was that enough gusto? Was that a good one? Was it a good ad read? I feel like I try to give a little bit of a entertainment with those ad reads, but that's the goal anyways. Oh, darn it. That's coming to bed. All right, just a second here. I'm going to go ahead and put the wall up, and we are going to find some people to raid. We're going to raid on Pilled and on Rumble. Just 1 second here, and I will put up the wall. All right, I'm back. Appreciate your patience. Let's see. YouTube is great. The algorithms are great, and we love YouTube. Harry Toe is just 7 out of 10 ad read. I thought it was better. Maybe it's the messed up aspect ratio. Do I have a kind of nostalgia filter on your cam or something? No, we did just turn the light off. I don't know. But anyways, we're gonna raid somebody on Pilled. Who are we gonna raid over there? We'll raid Hard News Network on Pilled.net, and here on Rumble, who are we going to raid? Do you guys have any suggestions? Who would you want me to raid on Rumble? If you don't have a suggestion, that's okay. I will definitely find somebody. Oh, let me shout out the reposts real quick. Sam Duty with a repost. Appreciate you, buddy. The Straggler repost. Very much appreciated. Maybe it's the messed up aspect. Whoa. The wall is moving. It's all right. Let's see here. Let us raid. We raid Anna, that Star Wars girl. What's she doing tonight? Is it the Jack Show? Feet. Let's do it. She better raid out. All right, we're going to raid Anna, that Star Wars girl. Why not? What's up, Crunchy Crayons? I'll be doing a trading stream in a few hours, hopefully. Cool stuff, Crunchy Crayons. Let me check your account out. I don't know if I followed you or not. Giving you a follow. 62 followers for Crunchy Crayons. Number 63 just added. Got ducks. Oh, ducks. Here's a Bucky duck. It's a Bucky ducky. It doesn't squeak. Oh, wait, it does. I didn't know it squeaked. This makes me happy. It's the little things, guys. It's the little things in life. All right. Let me get this raid up. But first, before I send you guys to Anna, that Star Wars girl, I played the Dozer Den theme song. That's right. That's right. I do a little dance, a little bit of choreography with the Dozer Den theme song, which I made with Suno, but it's a banger, guys. It's a banger. Rest well, Harry Toe. Thank you for the support tonight, bud. Very, very much appreciated. Alrighty, let's get into it. I shouldn't say what. About the little things? Oh, the pressure is on. That's right. Get after it, man. Alrighty. Let us go ahead and play the Dozer Den theme song, and then I will send you guys out in a couple minutes here. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of the Dozer Den. If you're new here, I hope that you have found something that you might want to come back for. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9 p.m. Central. I also do some fishing streams from time to time, some outdoorsy stuff. And when I get Starlink, we are going to be doing more of that. So, oh, shoot. If I'm going to be doing this, I got to do it with the hat, right? We hit hat goal tonight. Appreciate you guys. Let's rock.
Land of power!
trails of destruction left in the name of the blessed, the theft. Freedom's price, a crimson blade. Bulldozer, savage of fear, legend made. Bow before the storm, unstoppable wave. Marching forward, no soul to save. Bulldozer's wrath, tearing apart. Exceptionalism, fire in the blazing trails of destruction left in the name of the blessed, the theft. Freedom's price, a crimson blade. Bulldozer, savage of fate, legend made. Bow before the storm, unstoppable wave. Marching forward, no soul to save. Bulldozer's wrath, tearing apart. Exceptionalism, fire in the heart.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the Dozer Den. I'll see y'all on Saturday at 9 p.m. Central for some good times, some music, some drinky drink. That's right, on Saturday streams, when we hit every $20 worth of donations, we'll pour a little drink. I'll give you cork pop ASMR. Appreciate each and every one of you. Y'all have a good one.